And I believe with that, we are live, allegedly. I'm sure the YouTube overlords will confirm that for us in a moment. But I think we are live.
Yep, there's a slight delay.
Yeah, it's just making itself work. There we go. Hooray! Hooray! Good evening, all. Howdy and
Howdy,
welcome.
howdy.
It is a warm summer's eve as we gather here for our grand finals for the competition. It's Black Shadow here, of course, alongside Mr. CJFM.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
And also being joined the combox by Josh Rag, also known as Bartel BYM. How are you doing, sir?
Hello, everybody.
It's 3 people in the booth tonight, you know, special occasion. Sure, we'll get the extra folks in here as we get ourselves ready for the match here. Of course, we had our runner-up match last night, which was won by Bob Loblaw in pretty convincing fashion. But of course, today we have ourselves the grand finals to crown our first ever Uprising Champion. Of course, we've got more selection of memes for you guys to enjoy. You can thank Crazy Guy for the majority of those. There were some I felt was appropriate to leave for this game. And yes, there was a tip jar building last night. The amount of times I said Reverend Mother Behind, but what are you going to do? It just seems to be it just seems to be ingrained on me at this point that I'm just going to do it.
Everyone needs to keep track. Keep track today. Yeah. See if you can beat that.
I'm just praying that she's not available as leader. I just hope to God that that's the case. That would be
and also, just to note, this isn't the first Uprising tournament ever played. This is about the 3rd major one. But the first Stoneburner Open, of course, and yeah, hopefully we'll do another one in the future.
First
I assume we will.
Should be stated.
First one we did. And yeah, so hey Josh, it's great to have you here. I haven't talked to you for a while. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How are you guys?
Yeah, good. It's Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning-ish for me. And yeah, just ready to watch a really awesome game of Dune. Tell us a little bit about your tournament. You did very well in this tournament as well.
Yeah, I really wanted to make it to the finals, so I found a way to it.
By hook or by crook, yes.
Yeah, so I made it to the semis. Didn't have the best semi game, but I played the best I could. You know, sometimes the cards don't come the way you want them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's Dune, right? It's just not you can't control everything. But you had a really awesome run, and it was great to watch you play.
Thank you.
All right, then. So the match is due to start at past. We've got ourselves a little bit of time before we get ourselves underway. We'll go through the players and everything like that in a few minutes or so. Again, those of you who did miss last night's game, did miss a pretty fascinating encounter. Yes, Guild Spy did, of course, come off the row opening round, but didn't win it. Ultimately, Mardi found himself surrounded by spies to the left and right of him and kind of got swallowed out. And it was a Staban Tuek in the first position who ended up just sweeping the game by the end of it. A very, very dominant victory. And fair play to Blob in his opening tournament. Obviously, Guild Spy has been a bit of a hot topic, and I'm sure will continue to be as we touch upon reviewing the competition overall. But overall, I just hope that folks have, on the whole, largely obviously enjoyed the competition. It has been a bit of work with everything going on, and obviously coming straight off the back of Iximo. As just to mention, everyone, we did kind of mention it earlier, and I want to get this out of the way now, as I'm sure it's going to come in conversation. The plan is, obviously, we've got this competition coming to an end. There is going to be a short break before we do our next one. It is summer, like it's getting hot. People are going on holidays and such. And we've also got a couple of plans kind of in the works in the background, which just need a little bit of time to try and get through. There will also be content on the channel regards, I want to do my tier listings, and there'll be other bits and pieces looking to get into. A review of this competition will most likely happen as well. Maybe even a card tier listing could even happen, maybe, if we fancy something to do on an afternoon. I could see me and CJ buckling down for like 12 hours trying to get through all of that. Could be a long one.
Oh my god!
But hopefully, shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, just to let you guys know, like, I need a break. I've been doing this like 7-8 months straight. I need a few weeks. All right. Hope you understand.
Yeah, we are all going to take a break from this, but there'll be some stuff coming up. I have the next podcast episode just uploading today. Will be up probably tomorrow morning. For everyone on Spotify as well as Apple iTunes and the channel. on YouTube, so you can listen to that. Listen to us talk about some spies. That's a fun topic. So it was and yeah, more stuff coming, of course. So keep an eye on there.
There we go. Got that fixed there. Beautiful. So yeah, if we do apologise, Discord I think is being a little funky today. We've had to change the region of the call a couple of times already. Appears to be some server fun and games. It's not his microphone. It's just this Discord being a bit pingy. So that should be fixed now. Fingers crossed.
Oh, did that come through then?
It was starting to come through a bit.
It's not my microphone. It's not my microphone.
It's not his microphone.
Discord.
It's Discord being a little bit fiddly today. But hey, I don't mind that as long as I don't blue screen today. That would be really nice and lovely. I don't want to repeat of that. That would be horrific. Especially last as well, Josh, right here. Like obviously, you obviously playing Tilton. Have you had much chance to kind of watch many of the games from the competition?
No, I haven't really had a chance to watch.
Well, that ruins my next question. It's fine.
Again, what was your next question? Maybe I can answer it.
I mean, it was going to be, do you think Guild Spy is overtuned? Because it's come up in chat.
Oh. Go ahead.
I think if players don't play around it, yes. Like if players just let the Guild Spy get his faction spies on faction access, then yeah. But because players like learn how to play against it, I think it's not overtuned. Right.
What do you make of all this Staban Twit main stuff as well? Like I know there's like I was looking through some of the leaders, like Margot I know has performed pretty well, but once it came in out the group stage into the knockout, Staban leaders have had a pretty good run of things, I've noticed.
I really like Staban. I think he's fun to play. He's hard to play. You have to be really solid. You have to be really efficient with your actions. And again, like sometimes players just let you run away with things, and that's gonna be good with Staban. Actually, anybody, but especially Staban because he gets those free resources, right? But yeah, I don't think I had many Staban games this tournament, if any. Maybe one in the group stages.
I know I didn't get around to. I didn't have a chance to play him. I don't think he really turned up in like any more matches. Just the way
I can tell you what you played. Hold on a second. Let's see. What did you play, Josh? Let me look. What group were you in? To know this.
I have to double check. Maybe like
he slept since then. I know the feeling.
You
were not Group M. You were Group something. You're Group Q. Okay.
Q.
Yeah. Let's see. So you had a Gurney, a Margot, second place. First place. No, yeah. First place Gurney. Second place Margot. Second place Muad'Dib. First place Gurney. So no Staban in the group stages.
Alas.
I didn't play him either. I think I played 2 Emperor. He didn't do so well this tournament.
Emperor Shaddam overall has had a pretty poor competition on this, which is interesting.
Yeah.
Like, I know when these first got, I was thinking, well, he could like kind of maybe not be quite like a new Baron Harkonnen, but I thought he'd be all right. But no, he's been in competitive play. Like Emperor Shaddam has not been very good at all. Had a really poor rate. I think one of the lowest going, which is quite a surprise. Maybe it's just obviously the tendency towards more combat related, and his ring kind of hampers that a bit. And maybe I don't know. Maybe his powers that we thought would be cool would maybe just aren't as strong as before. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I honestly think that he's only good in certain situations, and I'd say at the higher levels of this tournament, he wasn't performing because players were actively blocking him. That was a thing that I noticed when I was playing. Players were actively blocking, chipping, spice. I mean, they're just things. Even if they didn't have to, they were doing it just because they didn't want me to get 3 spice. So it was a definite struggle. Shouldn't have probably played him as much. Whatever.
Alas, I mean, to be fair, I think I went out on him as well. I ended up with him in the quarterfinal match in North Carolina as Shaddam, and started all right, but then it kind of fell away at the end. He's a lot harder to use than what we thought, which is a bit of a surprise. But I guess that's something will kind of come out in the wash of things.
Yeah, the problem I seem to always fall into when I play him is that you want to play the ring, but then you also want to get into combat, and you only have so many actions in the game, and sometimes you can't play the ring. You obviously can't play the ring into combat, so
right.
It's like you really want to play a ring and you really want to get into combat, and it's like your last action. What are you supposed to do?
And it's not even like you can't even say, "Oh, just go like Imperial Privilege or something like that." A lot because Privilege is not exactly cheap. And if you're trying to get bumps out your ring, that's like 6 Solara. It's a lot of cash. But in any event. All right, then. So we got ourselves about 15 minutes to go till the match. Don't worry that the board in the back is not the actual match board. I mean, I can show it to you, but it's just blank, kids. Don't worry about that. There's not a lot to see here.
Game starts in 15.
And about that. Yeah, in about 15 minutes. I suppose quickly ask her, will there be team tournaments / 6-player games in the future? I don't know. I know there's been some folks kind of messing about with the 6-player variant. And obviously CJ has played a little bit of it as well. I think Josh, you played a couple of games 6-player?
I played one game live, and I played one game a few days ago. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
I was the Emperor. It was a close match.
Yeah,
It's fun. The games take a long time. That's the only thing I'd say.
They're like 3 to 4 hour matches, aren't they? That's the only issue.
Yeah. So getting people together for like an hour and a half to 2.5 hours is already a challenge. I wonder if we'd be able to do that for a 4.5 hour game, 4-hour game. Maybe. If people really want it and we really want to, if we really want to put it on, I guess we could get that going. Maybe I'll organize that one.
It could be done. I know how I would schedule it together, but I suppose we'd have to see if there's a lot of interest in it. But it could definitely be done, kind of like almost effectively probably run almost like a league effectively for a little bit.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah,
that'd be the way to
like
run it. You run it as like a league, and then that allows you to play both sides of the coin as well against everyone, which is important because obviously Emperor and Atreides side are very different to each other, to put things mildly. I guess not Atreides side, you know what I mean.
Yeah, the more deep side.
I haven't read the new book, so that's my defense. All right then. So, anyways, we should probably get ourselves into the plays here. So, reminder, of course, that everyone in this today has made the money. But we are competing. Top prize today is a cool couple $100, which isn't too bad. That'll pay for drinks in the bar afterwards. But of course, it is the honor and distinction of being the first ever Uprising Online Champion that we've ever held. And that's something that you get to keep. No one gets to take that one away from you. 2.5 hours? That's not too bad. That's okay. So, let's have a look at the plays that we're going to have for the match here. Although, I'm sorry, everyone, you can't see chat. What have I done here? I'm so sorry. Help. Oh no, I've ruined my chat box. I've completely... Oh, shh. Sorry, hold on, everyone. I've had a disaster here. Hold on. Talk for like 30 seconds. Say something.
Hi.
Yeah, 2.5 hours seems feasible. It's just, in my experience, everyone just really likes to discuss like their plans, and that like takes like 2-3 minutes every turn.
Yeah.
But like if you can cut that down, then yeah, the game would go a lot quicker, obviously.
My one concern would be if it's in a commentating setting, that's naturally going to slow the game down a bit. That is a bit of a concern.
I might say that. So I know that in the rules it says that the leaders should be able to hear everything that the teams are saying. That's what slows everything down. I think if maybe we actually had separate voice chats for each team, that might be a little bit better. Like it actually might speed things up a little bit. But if everyone's just like chatting, it gets a little chaotic in VC. So I don't know.
I just quickly say, isn't the point that like it's meant to be all over the top, all over the table what you're saying, so the other team can hear you? Isn't that like part of the idea of the 6-player variant? I seem to recall Paul saying something.
Yeah, I really like
if
that about it.
If he was in chat, I'd ask him, but I don't think he's here currently.
I mean, yeah, that's the point. I think like when you're over the table, that makes a lot of sense. If you're just playing casually, that makes a lot of sense. I think if you're playing in a tournament, it gets a little bit nutty. I don't know. Maybe it'll be fine.
Yeah, I think it'd also be hard to enforce people like DMing each other as well.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like you can just type to each other, and there's no way you could enforce that. So,
yeah, I know TI4 has this issue sometimes that they've got it coded into like their mod that like if you like they say you must. They just basically it's an over the table agreement that if you contact someone like you don't message them like on Discord, you have to.
Oh,
do
we lose your shadow?
Lost shadow.
No, I'm waiting for the ice cream man to drive away.
Slightly hear it in the background. Not that bad.
It is a.
There's no ice cream on Dune.
No, I know. I'm sorry.
So maybe there should be.
There should be.
Professionality, anyone's. Anyway, before we get into huge strats, we need to get ourselves into the players, and we'll talk about the rest of the stuff as we go. So,
if you will.
yes, so 4 players, everyone competing for top prize, yada, yada, yada. It's all in the description. I'll let you guys read a hold of that. So we've got the players that are going to be in for this one here. We've got Heretic, Terrasashar, Spekreep, or Spekreep, or however you pronounce it. I'm sure I'll get it correct one day. Well, as JoMB. We'll have a look at Heretic first, who came pretty decently second place in Group I. He's had a really good competition, actually. Heretic was part of the crazy Group I, where it was almost neck and neck throughout the entire table, and is definitely a seasoned campaigner. He's been in several of our competitions now. I think this might be the deepest Heretic's ever gone in one of them, though, but I could be mistaken on that point. But has been pretty dominant since then. A huge win in quarterfinal L as Muad'Dib, and then just by edging out on the bounce in semifinal agency as Princess Irulan. As I've mentioned, I think Heretic, he's played a lot of Dune, and I'm sure he'll be over the moon to have made it this far deep. I think one of Heretic's, personal strengths from what I've seen of him play is that he can kind of change up a little bit. There have been some people that are either very battle focused or very deck building sort of focused. I think he can kind of flip very well between one and the other and kind of play it a little bit as you see it. I think maybe has a bit of a tendency to go battle heavy, if anything. But can change up from time to time, and I think it'll be pretty competitive here. And also, of course, was who Josh played in the semi-finals.
Yeah. As he said during the game, or afterwards, he's like, I did his dirty work for him round 7. Because he baited me into combat by blowing up the wall. And he said he was preparing for round 8. So, it worked out for him.
Yeah, sometimes it does. Sometimes
You're
it does.
a good player.
Was that the match you commented on, CJ? I can't recall which semi
I did, yeah.
It was that semi. That is fair enough. Cool. All right, then. Next up, we have got Terrasashar, who began with second place over in Group K. Funny enough, a lot of people who topped the tables in the group stages all crashed out. Been really strange like that. Anyways, Terra also played very well in group stages. 2 wins from 4, 16 points, very, very strong. And someone else I think tends to go generally kind of combat heavy, has had a pretty interesting trip through the quarterfinals as well, just narrowly holding off Yoke in the quarterfinals before absolutely crushing semi-final B and just slaughtering the table in that semi-final, admittedly, where they may have got a couple of units of spice more than they should have done, but that is the way it goes sometimes. Regardless, still very, very dominant victory. I don't think that they expected to make it to the to the grand finals. I think they're pretty happy to have made it even to the semis at this point, truthfully. But they've made it here, and it's just one step away from a potential grand final and winning the entire tournament. Would be a heck of a story.
Would be pretty interesting. We know that Terrasashar played very, very well throughout the tournament overall. I think it's really interesting to see his Muad'Dib, his Margot. So Margot doing very well in this tournament. Obviously, Muad'Dib doing very well in this tournament. The semifinal B game was really interesting against Dino, where Dino got the 8 points, but with the Irulan, pretty interesting game and all said and done. But Terrasashar had kind of a commanding presence in that game and really just took over about round 5, round 6. So it's really good. Well played by him.
All right, then. Next up is going to be Spekreep, Spekreep, whatever you want to do. The only member of the grand final that had to come through the wildcards. Had a pretty eventful trip as well. Came third place in the agonizing three-way tie in Group N, losing out to automatic qualification of the quarters on just average points, lost out by less than 0.25% of average points, which is absolutely absurd. So had to go through the additional round in the wildcards and has been pretty dominant since then, winning 3 out of 3 and cruising his way ultimately through to the grand finals. A couple of those games were played a little bit early, which was slightly notable in the semi-final. It was quite a few weeks in between games, actually, but managed to hold off a late charge from Frank in order to make his way through to this grand final in the rematch from Group M. And he, I don't know, judged on form, might be favorite today.
It could be. I mean, I have watched a couple of those games that you casted, specifically at the quarter C. It's really interesting. Or is that that's the one that was most recently played, right? And yeah, it was a pretty crazy game. The wild cards, yeah, I mean, Spekreep just been Spekreep. That's how I read it. It's just been really solid throughout. three-way tying with Frank and Ake, and that's not easy to do. Both of those players are very, very, very good, and yeah, it's I think well deserved to fight through.
Yeah, definitely. And, like, it's not unheard of for people to come through a wildcard round to win a tournament outright. Notably, Drazo did for the first ever Imperium Cup, I believe it was. He ended up getting edged out of automatic quarterfinal spots, but came through all the rounds of the knockouts and ended up winning the competition. So it can definitely be done. And maybe the extra game has kind of made him a bit more battle-hardened. And you could argue maybe he was unlucky not to make all-out qualification. Again, like narrowly losing out on the quarterfinal spot anyway to Frank and H. But we shall see how they go here. Lastly, we have got JoMB, who finished, again, second place in Group M. But had, again, pretty decent competition. 2 wins from 4 there. Also tends to be, I think... kind of interesting with Joe. I think tends to be a bit more deck building. Notice obviously Irulan and Fade Ralph are getting played in the knockout games, so much more concerned about trying to manipulate their deck around a little bit, get around some starter cards, do a good bit of deck building, getting through there. But both pretty close affairs. Obviously winning with Irulan in a pretty close quarterfinal before edging out Bob in the semis. I think Joe might, I suspect, think themselves a bit of an underdog in this game. But it's a straight off match. It's just one game, and anything can happen.
Yeah, his Irulan is really good. I'd say also like just looking at his stats here, like I mean he was playing against Luna, played against Slumber. Slumber, a newer player to me, but did amazingly well in Group M.
Yeah.
Just like this like group, Super Tokai, Jock, like this is a pretty crazy group.
It was a pretty stacked group there, yeah, and Slumber crushed it and then crashed out in the quarters, which was a bit of a surprise result, actually.
Yeah, well, it happens. But, I mean, that's just one of those things, like, you can't predict what's going to happen in this game. You can only play the board and the players, so sometimes things just don't work out. But, yeah. Paul, send it to me in Discord.
That'd be the best thing for it. So... I might give CJ some more work to see if he can get himself a poll up of who we think folks might be rooting for in today's match here.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Well, that's what we're about to find out, Ozzy. I don't know. I think it's a tricky one. I think possibly on form, I might be going with Creep, who has been very, very impressive in the knockout stages. I do personally think Joe might be slightly the underdog in this one, but I think it's pretty close. I think it's quite a wide open final. We've had a couple of finals before where we've had like a fairly notable favorite that has gone into it. I haven't always gone to win it though, but I think this is like not an unexpected lineup. I mean, you think there's some very, very strong players, like Frank and Sneaker, obviously Elisar and Lanny and all of that sort of thing. And we've got a surprising set of leaders here in the finals. There's your poll, everyone. I guess I'll leave that up there for the time being. So go ahead and figure out who you think's going to win this one. But I honestly think this game's pretty wide open. It's hard to call a favorite here.
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what people think. Like, I guess for me, if I were to like put money on this, I can't do that. But I know Heretic. I think he's a really, really strong player. I know Terra. I mean, like they're all. I don't know. I can't pick. I'll let you guys decide. But
I think I'd pick Heretic, or I want to see Heretic win simply because he knocked me out. So
you're hoping
I got knocked out by the winner. Yeah,
you're hoping.
I played like maybe 2 games with JoMB. I played a lot with Heretic. The other 2 I have not played with. So.
I think Terrasashar is probably the underdog here. That's what my guess would be. Just simply from the pathway to the end was probably the most erratic. But that's not to speak any ill of his play or anything like that. I think it's just from the way everything kind of panned out. Maybe Terra and Spekreep are probably the underdogs. JoMB and Heretic are probably the ones to watch. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
Definitely. All right then. So we'll come up to time here. So we'll start getting the whatchamacallit, the table set up in a moment. We'll get the players in, and we'll also get ourselves underway for the match here. We'll be here for the duration. The runner-up game did go at a pretty quick rate of knots. I've got a funny feeling this might be a little bit slower tempo, which is probably for the best for us, because calling Uprising games is not an easy job. Benefit of imagination.
It's true.
It's not an easy job, as Paul can appreciate as well. Obviously, he called the a couple of the games from the North Carolina games alongside with Justin, and good stuff with those. But yeah, it's a tricky old job doing. I appreciate it, Dart. Thank you very much. It's no worries, man. It's been an interesting journey the past couple of years, putting it mildly. But we're here. We are here. So, just getting that going here. So, we're just going to go ahead and do that. Just going to throw these up very quickly. Just so I can sort this out here. Don't mind us.
Got to get rid of all the memes, man. There's just too many of them.
I mean...
Also, shout out to our meme makers in the community. Like, you guys have just been killing it. These are so funny. Like, the one I saw yesterday about the guild spy versus... what is that conflict in XMO? It was the one you hate so much. Oh, where is it?
Can't spell.
What's it called? In memes. Here we go.
And there's a whole variety that have come out. With
Grand Vision. Yeah, the Grand Vision
Vision
Memorial Tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honored that name stuck. I'm on the name, but it really did turn out to be basically that by the that end of that competition. Just how many times it came out, it was. I mean, you couldn't have written it, and I assure you, I did not set it up. Despite my best efforts, I didn't manage it. And also, like the just before I close this list down, the Margot win one here. This is from like a group stage game, probably one of my favorite of the entire competition. Just it's pretty easy. Took this completely inane, asinine route and still won it anyways. Pretty wild one. But yeah, huge thanks to Mint. Obviously, Crazy Guy does a lot of it. There's a few other memes dotted about here and there, and it's nice to show these off on the streams as well. And hopefully, so we're getting back into doing some streams, bits and pieces. Hopefully, I'll be able to demonstrate a few off as well as we go. So, oh god, we're underway. Oh wow, okay, I wasn't ready for that.
I'm just setting it up. I'm gonna make sure there's not any glitches while you're doing stuff.
Okay, I wasn't ready for that.
Don't worry about it.
So it is getting ourselves prepped here by the looks of it. Hopefully everything is looking reasonably fine here. So it appears it's going to be Terralord here in the red seat, starting off. That will please everyone watching along at home. Won't make any comments there, which means it will be Hell's Angel, which is Creep to pick first in the blue seats. Have a look at what we've got going on then for the opening contracts. And Row here. The Row's pretty fun. Couple of decent contracts though as well. Research Station, couple Slurry, and Spy. Generally quite a nice sort of mid-game sort of contract. And the Harvest 3 of 3 Solari coming up as well. Also pretty decent. Imperium Row, well, I mean, it's not bad. There's no, like, insane cards, but it's quite an interesting little row, actually, thinking about it. Card Coordination is going to be very popular, of course. People liking the looks of that. Obviously, the Access, kind of like a pseudo sort of highliner. Priority Contracts is out there as well, which, of course, can be voted into a Victorian. This is the stronger of the two contract cards. But obviously going down that route can be a little bit difficult. Outside of that, we've got Double Agent, which we saw last round, which is very good, obviously, for just keeping spies everywhere and infiltrating. Spacing in Favor, also pretty strong for extra card draw. Also very powerful reveal late on. And Fun Pat as well for some bonus spies if you want to try and greed that up there a little bit as well. So I think that's good.
This is a really good row.
Nothing wild. And yes, there is no Guild Spy, but Guild Spy was like the fourth card that got peeled off and wandered into Mardeep's hands. So you never know.
It's the next card, obviously.
Ever know. Should we look at the leaders? Let's look at the leaders. Here they are, everyone. So this is the pool that we'll be playing from here. No Irulan again, which is kind of a shame. Irulan missing from both finals matches, which is a bit sad. Oh, jeez. She's getting picked, isn't she? She's so getting picked. I know.
Irulan? Oh, yeah.
Someone's picking her. So very, very sad that. All right, then. So Leah's getting picked here. Mahaim is there. Yes, that's true. So Gurney being picked in full, very popular. That was a deliberate Mahaim. That was deliberate.
Okay.
That one.
Thanks, Ozzy.
That one doesn't get to be. That one does not count. That one does not count. Irulan would have been very nice Irulan row, but not to be here. JoMB goes for Fade in third, makes reasonable sense. Hard to see why Deal getting picked in second. Usual three here, so who does Terralord go for here? Do we see another Stepan pick here? I don't know.
It's so good in first position, though.
But it's dangerous, though. No spy cards out there. Limited faction access, so you're going to be kind of reliant on maybe Spacing Guild. Hard to get first round, though. And if you don't get that, it could be a bit dodgy. So I think you're definitely taking some chances if you're going to take Staban. But it is Staban again. So good news.
I like this choice.
I'm not contributing to the tip jar, and we're going to get ourselves underway here. So opening conflict is, again, it's the Fopter skirmish, so no matching available. Plenty of intrigues and cash, though, which makes, I think this is probably the most interesting of the three. I think makes for an interesting mechanic because there's intrigues everywhere. Makes it a little bit harder to play sometimes.
Yeah, I really like when the Thopters are the first conflict. I really do. Like, getting that first point, it feels a little weird sometimes, but when everyone kind of gets a potential point later on, I think that feels cool.
Yeah, plus intrigues just make the game a lot more interesting, right? So getting 3 out super early is
there we
fun.
go. Trying to get the camera's best.
Oh, I'm not in the black seat. Hold on.
If you want to put yourself there, then go for it.
There we go.
Cool beans. We'll zoom in. We'll zoom in like that for now. That should be acceptable. I might zoom out a touch later on. So Staban finds his faction access immediately. Goes straight to Fremkit. Does not hang about.
Interesting.
Not always. I think it's always a bit tricky if you pull it in first position. Like, what do you do? Fremkit's an obvious place to go. But the question would be, how's he getting his second bump there? And I don't necessarily know. We'll see. Anyways, Limp's in there. Wardib is just going to go Desert Tactics. No huge surprise. Staban probably eyeing up for maybe some Spacing's Guild, trying to get the redraw. Wardib does go to Tactics. He's going to trash out his dagger. No huge surprise there. Fade probably going to open up with his ring. Oh, he does have his faction. So deliver supplies.
We've always seen that deliver supplies is basically the third best spot most of the time, unless there's a great contract. I think there's a decent contract out there, honestly. I think Staban's going to be looking to get that contract second action if they can, if Gurney doesn't take it right now, which they might.
Both are pretty decent. I think both are pretty solid here. If Gurney's got faction access, it's a bit tricky. He might just go Arakeen, and he does go Arakeen for some drawing. He's likely to put in enough strength to get 6, and he does. So he's looking to also get that persuasion. If he's got a dodgy hand, there might be I mean, Gurney uses his recon to do it, so he might have a really poor hand, and he might end up revealing here potentially. I wonder what Staban's going to do. He might be a little bit concerned of an early reveal from Gurney to take like Spacing Guild. I think this is quite a key card for Staban the way he's going to play this. He's going to rely, I think, on the spice and try and reveal this to get his bumps elsewhere. I have a funny feeling, but we'll have to see.
Yep, could be. They're going to have a lot of difficult time, depending on what they get. If they get Spacing Guild's favor, I think they're okay. Maybe Spacing Guild plus this contract
also,
would be good.
H totally correct. Dune Muad'Dib cannot have a Dune Desert Plan in hand, as he did indeed trash his dagger. It's the only logical explanation. Talk about turning a hand over. So I think Staban's got his ring. He does have his ring. So I think contract is the obvious place to go, and he does. Now, where's he going to put these? Where's he going to put the spy here? Does he go for immediate Haga Basin? I've got a funny feeling he will. Council would be good, but he doesn't have any spice, of course. So I suspect we'll see. Haga Basin. This is live.
I think Haga Basin makes sense.
Bouldering. This is live gameplay. This is the grand finals being held live right now, as you see it. And
the first spy pick is very important for Staban.
Haga Basin it is. I think it makes a lot of sense. I mean, when you don't have, if you're not going mining, I guess you just put on a Haga Basin and you kind of work it out from there, right? Seems pretty good to me.
Yeah, you're going to get like 3 to maybe 4 spice from that over the course of the game, plus worm access, so it's a very good spot.
Well, Deep has his ring, so it goes to Assembly Hall. I think makes sense. Building up the persuasion, getting some intrigues going, might find something interesting. I don't know. I've got a funny feeling Gurney might early reveal here. I've just got a funny feeling he's going to. If he's not drawn like a faction card, he might do so. Fade's just going to go ahead and pick up some loose spice. Might be going for some early espionage here, I've got a funny feeling. Looks like he's off to Basin in his.
I don't know how much Heretic likes... Oh, no, sorry, Heretic.
What's this? Fade Ralph for limping in. Hello. Trying to shut out Staban from the loose spice. Has Fade got both his daggers?
That's what it seems like to me.
Yeah, I just say mining. Like I know it's harvesting. I've been saying mining for 2 years, all right? I'm never going to change. Gurney did pull a faction, so secret it is. So it looks like Staban is going to get hold of probably Spacing Guild if he's got 5 persuasion. Yeah, he's got 5. Definitely has the 5 here, so spacing it is. I think it'll
Oh,
be
interesting.
Reamstar Relief.
Pretty good
Hello! There's a card. Wow.
Alrighty. First big one.
Fade Ralph.
Interstellar Trade shows up.
Fade Ralph might occasionally go Research Station trying to dig for this. Could definitely see that happening. Yeah, Muad'Dib has 6. That hurts. Couple of decent cards from out there, though. Sarlacc Organization's not too bad. Thumper, maybe. No,
I like this choice.
He goes
like
contracts. He's going to go down this route here. Okay, then. So, first kind of dictation noted. Fate did have the double daggers. Hoping that Gunny doesn't have any, preferably, would be nice. Just takes the prepare the way. And Gurney probably has 1. He does have 1, so holds off to win the opening skirmish, which you'll be reasonably happy with. I think that's well worth paying the extra Solari for. So
I think it's very good.
It's going to get edged out here at this point, but that he won't mind too much here. Takes the coordination, so seems reasonable. But yeah, Fade's going to have an interesting choice next round of what he wants to do. Does he go like maybe espionage? Does he go research station? Does he try and make a dig? Oh dear me! And look what just turned up. Well, now research station looks very juicy. You might legit see Fade Ralpha go espionage research station here.
I think you will see that. Yeah.
Could well be a line he takes.
A very nice line.
Huge, huge, huge.
Especially if the conflict is good for him.
Yeah, he'll be hoping that maybe if it's a match, maybe it's like Choem one. No!
Ooh, Fermin one's not bad either.
But this is just good for everyone. Everyone wants a piece of this. This is going to be a bloodbath, this. Alright then. So second round is Sieges. Mouse is in the hands of Staban and Gurney. Gurney did not have his ring last round, so he's got it now. Muad'Dib, of course, is just going to go Fremkit, and I imagine we'll probably fight with Siege if he's got city access. I don't think he has any need to put any troops in right now. But, of course, there's now intrigues everywhere. So this already gets a bit uncomfortable.
It's
Staban,
super risky now. Yeah, if you go all in.
difficult for Staban as well, no intrigues. Kind of intimidating to get involved here. So we're going to find out very quickly what Fade has. Now, Fade, he would love to research station first, I think, because he could use his ring to maybe pay for a trash if he really wants to go for steers or to sell a trade. That is a route he could take. He would give up the spy, but I actually don't think it's an outrageous move. Research station and pay for the trash. Does that make any sense?
Research station, see what you pull. Yeah. And if
Yeah.
you don't get enough for some reason,
He's got Seek Allies in his hand as well, so
you go
and he does. I think he's paying for the trashy. Don't see it often. Usually people go for the spy, but I legit think he might. Oh no, he does just go for the draw here, so he's going to take the spy. Maybe. Oh, he had double daggers. Maybe he thinks he's very likely to get to the 7. But he's not trashing anymore. He definitely can't. I think that was a move there, just to make the trash there. I think he's missed a trick, but oh well. People having fun in chat there. So, Fade going for the... No, Fade Alpha is going to go all in here on the research station, which he could do. And if he's putting the spy there, that would suggest to me that he's interested. Limps in 2. Now, what kind of move is that? Why not go all in here or just limp in 1? What the heck? What's a 2 troop move mean?
I think it means that something went wrong.
Does he have maybe like contingency or something? I don't know. It just seems weird. Like 1 or 3. Why not? Why 2? Has he got maybe a retreat? But if he's got a retreat intrigue, he just put in all 3, right?
I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe he's waiting to see if like Staban goes for 3 or Gurney goes for 3.
Well, Gurney's going all in here. Gurney Halleck is never surely he's got to go in here. It's a match for him. It's Sieges. He needs the access.
Yeah.
Like
he's guaranteed 1 dagger, right?
He's gonna have at least 1. He might even have fluked the 2nd. He's sitting on 2 intrigues here. So this is where already players getting awkward for players because there's intrigues. I mean, it's the beginning of the 2nd. There's 5 intrigues out there. That is a huge amount at this stage of the game. So
yeah. And this conflict is insane because 2nd place is 3 spice. That's a huge windfall. So yeah. I mean, you'd be happy if you were Fade and get a bunch of spice that way. Or any of these players actually.
Yeah, 2nd round Baz.
We're round 2.
Does put in all 3. No surprise there. If Gurney's got 7 persuasion, interesting to see if he might even consider early revealing for trade or something. I don't know. It's a tough one.
It's the Bond draw his ring again.
Possible. I mean, it's the thing when you've got a 9-card deck. People forget about that with Staban because you've got that 9-card deck. You're always redrawing something next round.
He drew last round too, so he's got 2 fresh draws.
Yep.
Right?
So that can always catch people out. Makes him hard to play against.
Ring to the basin.
Does have his ring. Hello. That feels good.
Very good.
He's going to get the free spice. That will trigger his contract. It's also probably putting his spy up somewhere up to the council to change into more money.
Love this play. I really like this play here.
Oh, assembly. Well, hello. Now, what's this? This is fun. Is he threatening like an assembly hall dagger spin here? Looks like it.
I think it's for next round. I don't know. It might. He's doesn't with 4 cards in hand. Very unlikely you're going to get to Steersman this round or 7. So it's possible, I guess, to get to 7. Guess if you hit right. But...
Yeah, everyone is like they could have it, but I don't think Muad'Dib's. Muad'Dib, does he go? What's he going to do here? Does just go Siege? I imagine his troops going in here. You'd imagine. It's
depends on what he
rare.
drew.
You don't normally see it. You usually see it go there, obviously, for infiltrating the Swordmaster. But I think Staban is prepping up for potentially like a dagger assembly hall pull and just try and pull a ton of persuasion. I think that's what's being suggested here. Life a bit awkward for Muad'Dib. He's out of position to Gurney, as well as Fade, who have both committed themselves here. So it's difficult for Muad'Dib to get in. I suspect if he doesn't, that would suggest he probably doesn't have a battle intrigue as well. So, but he'll be happy enough if he just ends up with two spies here. But I don't know. Staban occasionally goes in here. He's also got Garrison. I don't know. Bit funky. Back to Fade.
Back to Fade. What's Fade gonna do here?
Very
He's got access.
Fade's move because of the 2 troops last round.
Yep. Because he's out of position against like Staban. I guess Staban isn't threatening that much for combat, so probably gonna wait, and then maybe he's just guaranteeing like a 2nd or 3rd is fine too.
Yeah, hard to know. I think Fade's not enjoying life. So thanks everyone for watching. Over 100 people watching the game live now. Thank you very much for your support. It's gonna be here a while. What was the end poll, by the way, for the who we think's gonna win this match?
I should end it.
Should good point. That. Let's see. Does Fade go espionage? Feels like the natural move, and he does. Heretic,
it's like over half.
50,
we're voting for Heretic.
I wonder how many of these votes were after Heretic got Muad'Dib.
Oh, they might have been. Yeah, it might have been.
Poor Terra, just 6%. Oof. Not fancy.
I might have something to prove here.
All right, well, now I'm rooting for Terra.
Yeah.
Obligatory. So, it's a weird spot here for Fade. I don't think he's happy with his situation. I don't think he's enjoying his hand. He doesn't like where he's at with this, hence the espionage. Again, a little bit surprised he didn't put his spy on espionage for a double draw. That was a bit of a surprise. Gurney goes to Desert Tactics. No surprise. Wanting to get hold of Worm Access immediately and win it. No surprise there. Looks like he's probably going to take it down. And then we're off to Staban Tuek. What does he want to do here? You can imagine Fade's probably got at least 7. Muad'Dib occasionally has 7 persuasion as well.
This looks like a refinery trip to me.
You think so?
I think so.
Just get the cash done. Just get action economy going. No one else has any money, already any spies. I don't hate that.
Yeah.
Maybe he has a chance for one of these big cards if he goes Assembly Hall, but does he get it revealing last?
That's the issue. I think you've got to expect Fade's going to get one of them. I think it's a bit spurious with 4 cards, so I think, just goes Refinery and just gets the Swordmaster going. I think it's probably reasonable. Hello! And what's this? And what's this? Hello, was Troop coming here as well? He does go in. Wow. Well, this is going to be eventful.
Uh-oh.
Muad'Dib reveals for 4, picks up a couple of spice from contracts. 1 dagger might not be good for anything here. Just going to go... I think these prepares are going to vanish very quickly. These people digging for these strong cards here. How much has Fade got? 7? 6! Oh, Fade round for misses.
He drew double dagger.
Double dagger. He misses the draw.
Research station.
Off research station. Why did he not put his spy on espionage and double draw? Got greedy maybe and he's been punished.
Or if he just trashed like you suggested.
Yeah, or trashed and then done that. A lot of ways he could have avoided this. I think Joe will be ruining that. That is a really painful miss. That could have trashed instead of taking the spy. Could have double drawn here. That's going to hurt a lot. That's a huge print of resources. He's not going to win the fight, and he's not going to get either big card here. So this is a bad situation for Joe. Taking double agent isn't too bad. Ecological comes with well, which is not the worst card in the world, and goes for it for some faction access. But that's a poor result for Joe.
Opts not to pull his spy.
Interesting.
Hide here.
Yeah, I think he should have pulled. I think he either should have pulled the spy,
or used it to buy a
or
big
used
card,
it.
probably.
Yeah.
Or anything. Yeah, I think just maybe pushing the margins too much. But yeah, I say I don't often suggest taking the pay for trash route. I think spy generally is better, but I just think that was a specific occasion. I think just was good. But here we are now, and Joe's gonna have to recover here. This has been a bad round for him. Gurney reveals also for 6. He also misses. So these big cards just sitting out there. No one can get them. Everyone's spending their resources for them. These spoils out there now. Thumper's still sitting there. Does he just go for a couple prepares here, maybe? He has got one bump with the Bene Gesserit. Not hard to get the second.
It's a tough call. You either commit to combat here or commit to Spice Must Flow. I don't think you can reel it. Maybe you can get like Thumper. I don't think you can get like Beast Spoils and prepare. Like maybe I don't like that though. Too many blues.
He already bought. Did he buy a prepare last round?
Yeah.
He did.
I can only assume Staban, by the way, has got both his daggers, which is why he put the 2 troops, and he does. So he's going to edge out Muad'Dib here, unless Muad'Dib has got some battle intrigues. This should be most interesting. There's a lot of spice to fight for. If green has power and yellow has nothing, yellow and red get nothing here. Green has to play. Devour it is.
Green does have
bit
Devour.
earlier than planned, but he needs to fight for second place. That's terrible. This is and Joe passes.
Wow.
This has been a terrible round for Joe. Research Station misses the draw and gets nothing from the conflict either. Ouch.
Yeah.
And Spekreep wins it. He gets the match and hook access here, but JoMB in a world of trouble here early.
So like Heretic was very patient with that play, not throwing it last round when he could have. But just to get the second place here, I think is such a good play here.
Yeah, needed that. That spice was huge. Huge time for the intrigue.
Yeah.
All right. Third round is Spice Refinery. First walled conflict. Gurney might not be the most happiest to see that, truthfully. Daggers in the hands of Fade and Muad'Dib here. Again, plenty of spice to fight for, though. Joe up first. It's a recovery job already. I don't know what Fade Ralpha's best option is now. How does he get... I don't see how he ever gets into the trade now. Like, and his action economy's in the tank. This looks really bad.
It's tough. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how he comes back. He really needs to get in with the Fremen like real soon, though. I think that's why he picked up Ecological, so hopefully he redrew that. But yeah, I guess we might see an early reveal here, because it's going to come down to people are really setting up for the 8 or 7 persuasion turn here. We might see somebody give up an action to do that. I think that's really rough to do, but you might have to if you really want it.
So Fader Alpha's going to try and get us out of trouble. Goes Fremkit. Does
There's
not have any...
Ecological.
Has no water for the agent box, so don't worry yourself about that. Nice Fremen Bond, though, by the way. This card, if you've got, like, Long with the Fighters, amazing card, by the way. Oh, dream card. Anyways, so Fader Alpha. Yeah, bad spot. We now know he doesn't have a battle intrigue as well. We know that is not battle, whatever that is. He limps in, I think maybe as much out of expectation and everything, hoping that Staban just doesn't get involved here. But Staban's going to have action economy with his Swordmaster coming. Gurney Halleck feels like he's probably going to have to go Siege here.
I don't like the limp in here. I mean, I know that everyone's pretty weak on troops, but man, it just doesn't seem like it's going to go your way. Like your first act, so everyone's going to have a bunch of information. Just seems bad.
Do you limp in there, Josh?
I don't
know. Probably not. I would have played obviously last round very different. I would have pulled the spy for one thing.
Does lift the spike,
yeah.
By the way, goes for the double draw, so he's desperately trying to dig for trade here.
He needs something to go his way, so hopefully this will be that round.
Gurney recon Siege. Yeah, makes sense. Recons it though, which is not the card you really want to see if you're playing as Gurney. Recon's a weird card as Gurney. Like, it's nice to have the city axe if you just want to be hitting it with your ring all the time. Recon suggests his hand's a bit dodgy here. Staban knows he's going to get free actions here. Is there any way for Staban to make a hit for Steersman here or something? He might try, but again, Staban's got, like, very little faction access. The only thing he's got is the Spacing's Guild favor, which is 2 persuasion.
you guys-
High Council pickup.
Oh, he goes
Are
High
you guys
Council.
surprised?
He goes High
Yeah,
Council.
there's-
I didn't even see that was out there. Oh, he might well go ringing. He might go High Council with like his ring or something and send the spy to council. I didn't even see that was out there. That makes sense. So the Barn's gonna make a play
for High Council this round, and the next round he'll have Swordmaster as well.
Yeah,
right?
and he's got money. He's got money over all his opposition here, so it's a pretty reasonable move. This makes sense actually. I didn't even see it was out there. Truthfully,
Really smart play from Terrasashar. Yeah, I think that's an interesting line. I didn't see it. I keep looking at this research station contract and nobody's picked it up because I actually really like this contract, but everyone's kind of going for other things. It's interesting.
Yeah, second time we've seen Staban in first position. Second time Staban not feeling too bad early on in this. Wadib.
Meanwhile, we got Modib going espionage.
Yeah, espionages, puts his spy on Arakeen. And Fade
Early
does
reveal.
go for their reveal for Steersman. He just gives it up here, not prepared to go and take a risk with a draw off like Arakeen or something. So he gets Steersman, which he does need, gets a point with the Spacing Guild, but this is still a bit of a survival job for Fade Ralpha here. I think it makes sense. I mean, like, he's got both his daggers discard. Going Arakeen is very scary. You also don't want to draw your diplomacy. Your ring's in there as well. I think
Could have risked it at Assembly Hall, but I think this is fine just because Heretic. Well, I don't know. Heretic's kind of telegraphing he wants to go Arakeen, so he might not have it.
Could have
I
gone
think I would
Assembly,
have risked it for
actually,
Assembly Hall.
Yeah, I agree, actually. I don't think anyone's got 8 Persuasion here, and if everyone's got Manipulate, they probably would have played it by now. So I think you could have probably double agent to Assembly and...
Yeah, especially with the double agent, you get that spy out there. It's another 2 strength in combat.
Yeah, no, I think you're right there. I don't hate. I think that's a fair point. Probably could have gone for it, and maybe with a bad start, just wants to guarantee. Apologies, just wants to guarantee the card here. You know, which I don't blame, but still difficult times. Next poll out.
All right, we're gonna do another poll. Yep. Who do you feel is in the lead? Who do you think's gonna win from this point on?
Curious to see what people make of the game early here. Gurney just goes liver supplies, so he's getting himself ready for some deep desert next round, hoping it's not a walled conflict. If it is, he could even go to siege first and blow it. Possible. Ooh. And Staban Assembly Halls with a dagger. Does not go High Council, does not go Swordmaster. Wow. Does he have Manipulate?
Oh, wow.
Does Staban Tuick have Manipulate here? It feels that's a very curious move.
He just drew it. His intrigue right now.
Yeah, did he just... Oh, he would have just drawn it. Wow. So he saves the money there. What's going on here? Why not just go High Council there? Is he trying to stop someone else going to Assembly Hall? I can't see that being a thing here.
I think this is really kind of out there, but I think the reasoning is he wants to do it in 2 actions next round and then have a 3rd action. Because no one's getting any Spite or Solari right now. No one's really close to getting either of those. Economy spaces.
I mean, he was probably going to get one. I'm just surprised he didn't just go High Council now and be done with it. I don't know. He just feels he wants the intrigue now, I suppose. Anyways, interesting move.
That actually does make sense, CJ. A little bit.
Alright. Wadib goes Refinery, picks up some cash here. Could potentially have 7 Persuasion for instead of trade. Not impossible. Does pull the Spy from Arakeen for the double draw here. He's going to put in a couple of troops. By the way, Spy's Refinery still out for fighting here. Wadib and Fade with the daggers. Both would like to win this. Gurney with a couple of swords. Coordination just on reveal here. Only gets 1 sword for it. But gets him to 6, so he does get the extra persuasion. 4 to buy. A couple of decent cards. Spy Master, very strong card. Do like it. Be Spore still out there.
Yeah, Gurney's trashed a couple cards already, I think. So maybe just 1, actually.
Yeah, Spy Master is...
Let's see what the end of the poll is.
Wow. Staban pushing favorite here. Joe not looking too good. And look at this come out here. Wadib might be interested in delivery agreement here. Look at this pull out. The second contract card comes. Oh my god, and Staban had 7. He does find this other trade. So he takes the contract card here, and that is a massive result for Staban Tuick. He's managed to swindle his way, even pulling his other dagger. He managed to swindle his way there with the assembly hall. Maybe a little bit fortunate there, but he's not going to complain. It's a big card there. But yeah, Muad'Dib, does he ever go for delivery and go both contract cards? Is that too risky?
It seems a bit late without a single contract.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe he can catch up with priority contracts. He revealed it once already though, so
yeah. And that Sem Persuasion, I think he's unlucky to lose it.
He is going for it.
But he's going to go for it.
Interesting.
He's going to roll some dice here. This is a gamble. This is far from guaranteed to work. He's got a lot of work to do here, but he's going to.
There are a couple easy ones, like Research Station, Eric Kane.
But he's
Eric Kane contract's great.
But he's have to go hard on these cards, which means he's not using his ring. He's not using diplomacy. He needs his Swordmaster desperately. He needs action economy ASAP here. So yeah, that's I think Muad'Dib's a little unlucky that Stavan got the 7, but it is what it is. Anyways, so Fader Alpha, third spot
Fade passes.
Doesn't look like anyone's gonna
Everyone
take
passes.
this. Yep, Gurney wins it.
All right.
Gurney winning 3 out of 3 conflicts.
Yeah.
That's really strong for Gurney. Yeah.
Pretty good. Muad'Dib picks up a decent second place though, and you know, Fader Alpha will be happy. 2 spice for troops, not too bad here. Of course, the Barn yet to score, but looking very dangerous in the late game here. We shall see.
Yes. Staban is looking very strong too, I gotta say. I mean, everyone's got something going on. Everyone has a plan, right?
Wow.
Heretic's got his contract stuff. There's a bunch of nasty stuff in JoMB's deck.
And here is a battle for Gurney Halleck. Look at this. Just as he's bed up for some deep desert action, Test or Loyalty comes out. My God, that is insane.
One does have his ring guaranteed, and I think he was drawing 2, so there's a pretty high chance that he has both.
Wild conflict here. So Gurney Halleck is going to very likely chuck in worms here. Remember, of course, Muad'Dib does also have worm access. He's going to probably going to go Haga base in here. Staban's going to pick up some spice. Yeah, I mean, Staban, I think, will be more than happy. I might even argue, instead of trade, it might be a better card for Staban than Steersman, all things being honest. I think.
I think it's almost better. Yeah, it's more flexible.
Gurney's going to limp it. I mean, he might as well. Like, we know he's going to chuck in some worms, so I don't think it really matters what he does here too much.
So Staban has the choice, right? Risk Gurney having contingency plan and taking the first Swordmaster.
Yeah, it's a bit dodgy. Obviously, the spy here goes to he uses the spy from where'd the spy come from? Must have missed that. Where did the spy come from?
Last round.
The Convert Awards. Yeah, so Staban's in a bit of a weird spot here. But I mean, he's kind of put himself into this own weird spot here by going the assembly hall route. Gurney is threatening contingency and could well have it. He's trying to almost bait Staban into going Swordmaster early, so Gurney also gets it. There are 3 contingencies in the deck.
If he does go, it kind of ruins his plan for both, right?
No, he's going to call the bluff. He's going to go High Council, and he is calling Gurney's bluff. He's saying, I don't think you have it. If you've got it, so be it. He's going to call the bluff here. He goes High Council first. He's going to dare and say, well, if you've got the 2 Solari, then what are you going to do? Does not a believer. Muad'Dib opens up first contract card. Probably. Here they come. He's got a lot of work to do.
Right.
Haga Basin, surely.
No, not double contracting. Okay.
Yeah, just gonna.
Just the Arakeen.
He wants worms. I mean, of course he's gonna go worms. He needs intrigues. Like we saw in the last game, we had Muad'Dib. I don't think he took a single worm all game, and it was not good. Arakeen taken.
Ooh, Acquire shows up.
That'll be of interest. Fader Alpha would like that very much indeed. Who is up here again? Remember, Fader Alpha's still on recovery here. After a really poor
Steersman, but it's in his discard.
Yeah, it's in his discard. Doesn't have it yet. I think he's got his ring, though. I think he's got his ring. Yeah, I don't think that's one that Muad'Dib's going to go for very much. But I think like the likes of Fade or Staban would be very interested in that, especially Staban as well. He might fancy that.
Yeah, I think Staban really wants that. I mean, the High Council.
He's also completing contracts, which is making his contract card better on reveal if he goes down that route later on. So definitely options.
It's also worth noting there is a lot of spice on the basin for free.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah, there's three
There's
there's
spice
three spice in the
there.
basin. Apparently not good enough for
Wow.
anyone. You know, pretty average. Pretty average. So, looks like Gurney didn't have contingency. He tried to kind of bait Saban into going for it, but if he had contingency, he would have played it by now. So clearly doesn't have it. So he has been caught out here. So he's probably forced to just go deep desert, right? Like, I mean, how do you not go deep desert on this conflict if you're Gurney Halleck? Seems
Well,
completely absurd not to, right?
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's the match for you.
Bumps, spies, the coins. I mean, there's free spice there.
He's got a guarantee to win it, and Heretic does have Highliner. I don't know if he has access to Highliner, but he has the spice for Highliner.
Oh, he does. Wow.
I think Spekreep might have misjudged something here.
It looks like it. Espionage. Wow. Yeah, this is something's gone wrong here.
Something has gone wrong.
Something has gone horribly wrong here. What was that move?
It can also just be he knows that no one's gonna get deep desert anytime soon. He just wants more spice later.
I can only assume he didn't have the access and he just prioritized going Spice or Fiery instead of Worms, I guess.
True.
But it's such a good conflict for you. Oh,
Yeah, it's crazy.
never mind. So Staban will get his Sword Master. So he's
Swan's getting everything he wants.
yep.
Yep.
He's gonna have to pick up these points later on, but he's accumulating nicely. Where's the spy go? Do you just put it on Deep Desert just to pick up the loose spice for the time being? You know it's cashing in pretty soon. Maybe Imperial Basin.
Eric.
Ooh.
Okay.
Now that's
Interesting.
That is a surprise. He has not got shipping access. Interesting.
Huh.
What is this move?
Yeah, he's definitely looking for that acquire contract, though. I mean, he's so set up for Spice Miss flows.
The Bond is praying nobody takes that spice.
Yeah.
This next round he gets 4 and gets the contract done.
Wadibs. And Wadib double draws here, so he's going all in on contracts. He's committing himself down his route, so he has to barrel for it. Double draw.
Interesting. The water,
He does go acquire contract as Wadib. Wow,
Okay.
he's that's a bit risky. I don't know if it's that easy for him to actually cash that in. He's got, remember, 2 cards in his deck that give no persuasion, and that's not
What an
including his
interesting
daggers.
build. Yeah, I mean this Muad'Dib is just like no water, all contracts, all the time. It's crazy.
Feels a bit desperate. Fade gets his hooks.
And Stepan has the Imperial Basin spice. as well.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And he can even wait. He can greed and get.
He
and
doesn't
wait
have to
till
go
it
there
gets
now. He
to
could
4
get it next round if he wants to. That's pretty insane. Free spice, just not good enough for everyone. You know, just not good enough. Fade trashes something out of his hand. Didn't catch that. Gurney with 7 takes Thumper. Obviously looking to try. He wants to try and get that to Deep Desert here. It also takes Branching Path. Might as well. It's there.
It was a
That
recon.
was the recon. I'm
And
pretty
Guild Spy
sure
turns
we're
up.
not finished with combat. Don't know what happened
Uh-oh.
there. Did they just click? The music just played for conflict here. We got a long way to go here.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Every time I every time I fix the screen so that it has the players' names on it, it does that. I don't know why.
I see. Yeah.
I can just leave it
keep
on.
Keep playing.
Oh, you're looking. Yeah. You're.
Yeah, I think
Double
Staban
fucking.
will be fancying it. Like, and also none of his opponents are really surging that heavily away with this either. So I think this is a good chance for Staban to make a real huge push in the mid to late game here.
Yeah.
Gurney does have is also in
Play
a very good
Fox.
spot.
You weren't the only one.
If I had to bet,
Oh.
it'd be the Gurney or Stepan here.
Oh well,
There's this
I'm glad chat
Guild
was paying
Spy.
attention. He's back again.
Holy crap. Solid Snake is back.
And this is why Staban Tuek is not making a move. He is seriously considering revealing for Guild Spy here. Yeah,
I don't think it's necessary.
I think he's thinking about
Oh
it.
man.
It might be.
He's thinking about it. Wow. I mean, he might.
And where do you put your spy?
And he has guaranteed. He almost basically has guaranteed free. He's got High Council. I mean, you just put Spy on like the Fremen or the
Yeah, 'cause
Emperor or something.
His
You
deck is 11 cards now. He's got both
Yeah.
daggers, I think. No, he might have trashed one.
Red having a
he's
good
11
mull over
cards,
here.
wow.
He is thinking this through. The problem is he also doesn't give it to his opposition. Like, it's weird. Like, is it that bad if it goes to Muad'Dib? He's already got 2 contract cards in hand. Is he in really that much of a position to make a ton of damage? With
No,
Guild
because he
Spy?
doesn't have any spies on faction spaces, so I don't think it does anything for Deeb.
Doesn't
I
care.
think it
Reveals on 8.
only matters for Fade and maybe Gurney. Probably not Gurney, but maybe Gurney.
Yeah. So he goes for it. Early reveal. Guild Spy gives up the actions. Could have played Favor. Could have played Prepare the Way. Doesn't do either. Figures it's there. Just gonna immediately reveal for it. Not a huge surprise. Kargarunner comes up, by the way. It's actually not a bad card for red here. Also a good card potentially for green.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, exactly.
I don't
It's good
think I
for
buy
green.
anything else. That's the bond here.
I think you leave it. Yep.
If anything, you can go for a prepare.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, red is still yet to score, but he is about to, yeah, it's pretty wild. He's actually only got 1 faction bump as well.
Oh,
He does
prepare.
buy a
Wait, no,
load
for
of
2
cards.
prepares.
Ooh.
All the prepares gone.
Yep.
Interesting to
All
see this
prepares
round.
gone in the 4th round.
Well, there you have it.
This game's passed.
It is
me
a final
by.
after all. Something wacky had happened.
This game has passed me by. It's official, everyone.
They were gone last time, but I think it was
last
round 6.
Round 6, but round 4 was nuts. Muad'Dib with 8 persuasion. Oh, and it's not a good row for 8. Oh dear.
Ooh.
You just take Casino Runner, right?
He's
Oh,
got
there we
intelligence
go.
report, so he's gonna try and fluke the 9th.
Oh.
this is
And this is the problem. It's so
Oh,
hard to get Spice and
no.
Slows. He's got 4 cards in his deck that give no persuasion.
Oh,
This is the
That
problem.
would have
Oh,
been
no.
When you
such
go
a
these
good
contract
hit.
when you go these contract cards, it's so hard to buy those because you do this. This happens all the time. I'm not surprised here. It hurts.
He gets the
but-
Spice Flow. He would have gotten the 3 Solari to get Swordmaster.
Yeah,
this
he-
round.
Yeah, he would have.
had to make a dig
In
for
front
it,
of
but
Gurney.
he was not
Oh
good
my
odds to pull
God.
it.
Oh wait, he gets it from the conflict of Nui. I apologize.
Oh yeah. No, he'll be fine. I mean, with the conflict, but the Spice Must Flow miss hurts.
Wilvin Wheels taken. But yeah, I mean, it's again, you got so many cards that give you no persuasion. Like all his persuasion cards are in his hand, and that includes Diplo. So hard to buy some slows, Marty. I think he's trying to do too much here. Kind of caught ticks in between here, and is kind of maybe a bit on the unfocused side, but he feels he's getting pushed into that way. Anyways, Fade with a couple of daggers. Combat still to be fought here, by the way. He's still very cheap. Could be battle intrigues coming here. Fade does lift the spy for the couple swords. Makes sense. He's got to try and get in front here. Try and edge out Muad'Dib. Not let him win this fight. Arachne's Revolt comes off, by the way, as a 6 cost. That's huge, but no one can buy it. And we're going to see if there's any battle intrigues coming
Do
here.
some intrigues.
Blue, no. Does green have a response to the spy? He does not. So, not a good round for Muad'Dib, I don't think, truthfully. Fade wins
Oh.
it.
Fade's catching back up a little bit. Was down, I'd say, last couple of rounds, but
Yep. It was not
That
looking
was,
good round 2, but that round 3 pickup with Steersman and this round here.
yeah.
I dare say that might also be a pretty decent battle result for Red as well. No one really running away with this game here, which is going to allow him the time to catch up, you'd think. Wow, pretty wild. So a couple of painful reveals early on here.
I'd say Gurney's doing just fine too. Like honestly,
Oh,
oh whoa.
and then the game changer conflict shows up.
Spice Traders. Wow. This could be fun. Remember,
Okay.
daggers in the hands of Muad'Dib and Fade. Muad'Dib sitting on a load of spice. But Muad'Dib has no water
No
for any worms
water.
here. But that might not be the biggest of problems for him. I don't see how he'd win this without, like, some serious firepower. 4 spice for Imperial Base and for Stumble 2X seems criminal. Seems
And you think Saban has these contract cards.
and it gives him the Harvest 4 contract off of Imperial Base, and this
This one.
seems completely insane. Unbelievable. Gurney Halleck is eyeing up, obviously, some Deep Desert Worm access here. It's just so much value for him. He has a dagger as well. Swordmaster from Muad'Dib.
Did anyone buy? Who bought Thumper?
I didn't
Thumper
catch
is
it.
Gurney's got it, but I think it's in his
Gurney's got it,
discard.
okay.
I think it's in his discard. I haven't looked. I think it's in his discard.
You're right.
Yeah.
He also got Branching Path, which I missed
Yes.
as well.
he just turned it. He's like, I might as well grab it. It's not a bad card. I think it's difficult to use though sometimes.
A Thumper here would have been.
Oh yeah, just 8 spice. You know, worms. Like, be feeling pretty good. Gurney needs to score points every hit. Like this, say we know Staban's got a lot of chase potential, but yeah, this is insane for Gurney Halleck here. This is a match. It's bumps. It's hard points here. He's going to take a big lead. Going to put pressure on Staban to start chasing, and Staban it's round 5. He's running out of time here, so he's got to get the train going. Maybe he might end up leaving too much to do here at the end of this game. I don't know. It's going to be close. Fade Ralphers just wants to get some money together. Makes sense.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, I don't hate
Swordmaster next round.
Double agent play.
Actually, they won't get there because Deep's gonna get there before him. So it's gonna be weird.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit what it is.
Yep.
So, Gurney Halleck. It is weird, though, for Gurney. Obviously, he's going to go Deep Desert here, but he's got no backup, no troops in garrison, and I don't think he's got any battle intrigues either, because he might have played him last round, so...
I'm sorry, not Deep. No, he's fine.
Gurney just Sword Masters. But I don't think this is as clean-cut a victory for Gurney as it looks, because he's got no garrison, and Muad'Dib is looking... He might cause some problems here. Staban...
He's got 2 actions. He might be able to just refill his garrison. And then throw in.
Maybe gather support Deep Desert. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I could see that. Maybe that works best.
The Bond is grabbing more contracts.
Yeah.
Oh, he needs to grab it.
He does need to grab one.
Just trying to draw 2.
Yeah. Top.
There we go.
Spies it is.
Silver supplies.
So, getting towards the business end here. I don't think Muad'Dib will feel he's behind here. The question is does Muad'Dib commit super heavy to this fight? It feels difficult to do so. But Gurney, you know, is Sardaukar is in his discard, and right, Deep Desert Worms looks very good, but it's only 6 strength. That's very beatable here. He's got the Arakeen contract as well for Spy and Troop. Like, Paul Traders can pose all sorts of issues here, and he wants to win this as well. It's a match. It's a victory point with Spy's conversion.
Oh.
Oh, no.
But he had nowhere to go!
Oh, that's an awful hand.
Oh,
That's awful.
Nowhere to go! He doesn't even go Frem Kit. What? How do you not even?
He couldn't go for it. He couldn't go for it.
He just put the spy right now with the reveal.
Oh, he just put it with the reveal. Oh no!
That accept contract block.
Wow.
Painful.
Yep.
Wow, that is horror territory for a grand final. That is brutal. I mean, we've all been in that spot in like a casual game, you know, just playing online. We get that real horror draw, but to get it in a grand final, oh my god.
Also interesting to see we had 2 Muad'Dibs back to back in the last game in this that didn't really play Worms. I mean, so this one they have the option to play Worms, but hasn't been able to really. I guess last round they had some, so. But it just seems like they're getting cut out.
And Gurney just wins the fight now, yeah. Like, his main opposition was Muad'Dib. Muad'Dib has nothing. Like, Gurney just wins the fight.
Maybe.
Well.
Maybe not.
Well, I don't know. Well, your Fade Ralphers goes...
Fade.
Go Siege here.
Fade can get a worm in. Fade can pull a troop. Or, sorry, pull a spy for an extra, like, 2.
Yeah, this is a weird spot now for Gurney. He was obviously going to go Deep Desert. But now Hager Basin's been opened up. Does he go... But he can't get Hager Basin here, can he?
Really? He does not have his ring. It's in his discard.
Yeah, ring's in his discard, yeah. So, weird spot for Gurney here, and kind of a shrewd move maybe from Fade here. Because Gurney can't really go Hager Basin, it's just not enough firepower. He's still going to be concerned of potential intrigue problems here. Gather support, Deep Desert looks a pretty reasonable line here. No, he goes for more water. Pause, he gets an intrigue out of recalling the spy.
Gets another point. Yeah,
Gurney is scoring heavily here.
Especially if he wins with 6 strength.
I mean, I don't see how it would be possible, but I mean, unless there's some crazy... He doesn't have enough money for, like, market opportunity. It's 5 slide for 5 spice, I think?
Yes. Or 2 spice for 5 Solari.
All that way around, which you wouldn't be doing here. But I don't know. Gurney might be reliant on intrigues here, because Deep Desert is just 6 strength. And he never took B spoils here. I think Gurney is kind of...
Very passive move here.
Risking the line here. Staban just goes Assembly Hall. I think Staban is taking too long here. He is taking too long now. He's got to get spies on these factions. I think maybe... Is he just going to just not even bother playing instead of contract and just reveal it? With Guild Spy?
Maybe he pulled Guild Spy.
He might have Guild Spy in contracts. He's just going to reveal it hard way. I think that's what he's going to do here. It's free persuasion. He's got a couple injuries.
Yeah. I think he does have the 3 persuasion card.
It's crazy.
It looks like to be what's going on here. Yeah, Muad'Dib, tragic spot here. But Staban is like, he's got a lot of potential to catch up here, but there's so much work to do here. Like, Red is desperate for Yellow to win this fight somehow. And he might well do so, but if Blue wins this with Worms, he's going to be up to like 8 or 9 points.
Yeah, I think this is almost over if Gurney wins this.
If he wins it that heavily. So Fader Alpha's... Does Fader Alpha get dragged into like Research Station here? I don't know.
He might have to.
He might have to, yeah, because if Gurney gets like that sort of lead, like it just seems so commanding. Spice rate is just so wild when it comes out round 5, round 6. And the fact that no one has gone Deep Desert here, it's pretty insane. We'll see how this battle goes down, and then we'll run ourselves another poll here. Fade goes Hager Basin. It's only +3 strength here. What has he got here? Has he got mercenaries? He does have mercenaries. I just thinking like he might have mercenaries to make that move, and he does. So he gets a couple extra troops, redraws the intrigue, and that's gonna need something to think about here. These have to go in, surely. Joe is fighting for the table here, practically at this point.
Yeah, you have to throw this other one in.
Has to go. Even if you've got a battle intrigue, you have to put this in. You cannot let Gurney Hallett win this. It's just a catastrophe, right? If you don't put in that one troop and you lose the fight here, like it's over, right? So you have to put this in.
Yeah, because Gurney could have pulled his ring. It's a slim chance, but he did draw last round.
Oh, what is off? I mean, if Fade is doing this, Fade is saying I've got swords in hand, and he's trying to be cheap here. But you just put it in. Can't take this risk here. So what does Gurney do? Gurney would not have been expecting reinforcements there. That has changed the equation significantly. I don't think he can't go Deep Desert, but winning now looks very speculative.
Yeah, I think still going Deep Desert's fine here, right? 'Cause even if you get second place, you're getting 2 water back.
I mean, you've got...
And you're going to have 6 spies.
Yeah, it's just like...
Refill your garrison a bit.
Is there ever a call if he found like his ring or something to like... Just wildly, is there ever a reason to not play the Worms and just take the 8 spice? Just throwing it out there randomly. Probably not.
Or water. I think getting the water back is too good. Extra water.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's worth it to throw in if he's.
You're trading for 3 spice for a water and a troop.
I mean, is he going to greet it another round? That's.
He could, especially if he doesn't have pepper.
But what if next round is a wall conflict, and what if the round after is a wall conflict?
Then you just have like 15 spice in here.
I mean, he would do. He ain't blowing the wall. Unless he's got like detonation or something wild. He could have... What if Gurney's got unexpected allies or something crazy?
That would make it a lot harder to decide to go in for sure.
I don't know. If you got unexpected allies, you could even talk yourself into maybe like some research station here.
I think if he has unexpected allies, then he probably gets gather support here and then tosses in for the second place.
But he gathers... No, he's only 1 action left. He's only 1 action left now. So gather support, like he doesn't get him in.
Well, that's...
He might have drawn Sardaukar. Coordination.
I don't
No,
know.
I'm saying he tosses the worm in for second place. I don't think he does anything else.
Yeah, but it's so huge. Like, if you win this conflict, like you're gonna think you've got like 1 foot in just winning. You'll be like 8 or not 8 points. Like, how is anyone going to stop you at that point? You're so far ahead. I think if you think you can win this, I think you have to just go for it. And again, if you lose, second place ain't that bad.
So, Fade minimum has 11 strength.
You've got a
He
Fade.
has an intrigue he just drew.
Yeah, could
And
be
he's
anything.
got 3 unrevealed cards.
Yep. Could be anything here. I think reinforcements is absolutely clutch though. That is giving given Gurney something to think about here. If Gurney must have a battle intrigue, if he's not made the move yet, he's still thinking about he must have something. But what could he have? Does he have maybe like the? Does he have a contingency? Does he have maybe, the blackmail one, whatever it's called? Does he have that maybe? If he's got that, he has to just put it in though, right? It's 11 strength. He's got to think 11's good a lot of the time.
Well, Fade has 11.
Yeah, Fade has 11.
Pretty
So
much
with
guaranteed minimum. If he pulls
yeah,
a
with the
spy.
spy pull, yeah, that's the tricky part.
So yeah, there's no time limit here. He can take as long as he wants. You know, it's a grand final. But Gurney must be like real borderline here.
So yeah, like 12, I think would be the consideration.
Heretic.
If not, just
my only guess is Gurney has like maybe like he thinks he's got like 10 strength. But Fade can also
Heretic's
lift a
considering
spy.
this
That's the
one.
other issue. Yeah, Fade can lift a spy for 11. I don't know. If Gurney thinks there's like a 20% chance he wins it, I think he has to go for it, because if he does win it, like this match is possibly just over on the spot.
oh,
He
He's
had
not
his
gonna go
ring
for
as
it.
well.
He had
And he
ring.
turns
so
it
he
down.
doesn't have enough. Wow.
He
It
turns
wasn't
it down.
enough.
He had his ring as well.
Wow.
He redrew it.
All right, let's do the poll now.
He
Seven,
redrew it from
8.
his.
Oh, no, wait,
Gav's
Heretic's got to
slice.
Heretic's got to move. Sorry.
Unbelievable.
That
So-
is a first Spice Flow.
Spice Must Flow. First point for Staban
Lots of
in
that.
round 5 is Spice Must Flow. Crazy game, but no Guild Spy. Wow. Well, Gurney Halleck is taking a chance here and letting this go on. But if these start coming all conflicts, he may have some
No
problems.
swords.
Oh, wow, he could have done
and
it.
Gurney didn't put it
Maybe-
in.
I think maybe Gurney only could have tied
Oh, I think Fade's bluffed him.
the most.
I think he's bluffed him out here. I think
The
I think
one,
Gurney
so
could
that's
have
9.
Gurney could have won this fight here. Oh my god, and Strike Fleet's come out. But Gurney can't buy it. He's short. Wow. Crazy. Well, he is praying that this is not a walled fight, or he's got a detonation card. That's the only thing I can think here. But that is a huge save for the table here. JoMB deserves a hero award. Wild. Next poll up here. Who do you think is going to win this one? I think this is a lot closer now than it was 2 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
And if anyone votes for Heretic, well, I'm not going to judge. I'm just going to suggest it might be a sympathy vote. Anyways, it's not. Oh my god! Well, this is probably the best thing that Gurney could have seen here. It's his other matching FOP to conflict here. It's not Wold. It's Shadow Contest.
Oh.
That's about as good as it could have been really for him. It's an alliance he can fight for. Intrigues he wants as a match.
And then if he has Thumper,
He's got Thumper. There's 10 spice coming his way.
potentially. There's
Holy
two
crap.
cards in his draw pile.
Not guaranteed to have it, but he's probably going to find his way there. I think he's a lucky boy. This is not a wall conflict. He must have a detonation card of some kind.
He's
or
really
another.
lucky. Yeah.
He must have detonation to make that move. Otherwise, I think that's so irresponsible. Anyways, Mardeep's up first. He draws 2 contracts, praise priority, 2 accept contract here, so he's going to pull
card
2.
for sure. Yep, I like that.
Espionage comes off.
You get there as well.
Yep, takes that. So he
Alright.
needs to cash in all of these to get some points. I think Wardeep needs the game to go like 12 rounds here, I feel, to get back into this.
Yeah, a couple actions he needs.
Oh, dear. It's the
Fade
one.
Espionage.
Yep.
Tron.
Espionage
Looking
it
for
is.
Spice Must Flow, maybe.
Yep, up to 6. Takes
Or just
the
to
lead.
pull Steersman.
Takes the lead officially. This is a match for Fade Ralph, by the way, it should be noted. I don't know how relevant that's going to be, but it is officially a match for him. Spies up Espionage, not unreasonable. There it is. So, 10 Spice and double worms for Gurney Halleck.
That's crazy.
You don't see that every day. You don't see that
Promo
every day.
Thumper. Yeah.
With the Thumper.
Great card.
It's been a weird match, this. Been a weird game. So, Staban... What does Staban do here? He probably has Guild Spy in his hand now, but is he going to be forced to use it? I'm sure we can get crazy to do something here. I think Gurney Halleck will feel that he's super close to winning this match. I think he'll feel he's really close to winning this match here.
This is just 2 points for him to conflict, right?
Yeah, again...
Yeah, the last one would have been 3 points? 4 points.
Yeah,
4 points. Manipulate for Staban, so he's going to take Straight Fleet here, which is good. Gets that out of the row. Then the operative comes off
Shadow,
next.
you called Manipulate.
Yeah. He had
Very
it
early.
a little early, but he did stumble upon it here. I think it makes sense to get that out of there. Staban has no more time. He has to just race into points now. He has to go for it. But it's so difficult. It's round 6. He's got 1 faction bump. He has no shipping access. He's got a couple of really strong cards here. Wadib, who was looking early favourite, now looking pretty distant, and Chad agrees. Wadib down to 4% of the poll. So Staban has got to make the magic happen. He's got to do it very quickly here. Difficult spot for Terra. Did he just leave it too late? That's the fear here. Did he just leave it too late?
I mean, everyone wants those level 3s, but if we don't get to a level 3, that matters. I mean, Gurney's just going to end up running over it, but before you get a chance to capitalize on your engine you built.
Yeah, no one was prepared to just challenge what just to force Gurney to take the spice early, and now he's got 10 spice from Deep Desert. It's just completely ridiculous. And he's got shipping access as well, and he's got coordination, remember, as well. Gurney looking ominous here.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, he has a lot of Solari too, but no privilege access. Let's start working on that.
Yeah, this is...
Privilege is such a good spot, I think, in this game. Especially when you're getting a bunch of intrigues. Which you will be if he wins this fight.
Yeah, that's the thing here. The problem is he's in a real desperate spot. I think he almost has to try to wait to win next round somehow, but how does he ever win it? Arakin, only the 1 draw, does not have any persuasion. The Benny, of course. Just limps it in here. This feels like real desperation for Staban. Real desperation.
Staban might have Highliner, right?
He's got Guild Spy, almost certainly. He's almost certainly
got a couple of access cards.
And the other 5 cost.
I mean, Highline here does not feel great. Unless you've got maybe the Ornithop to endgame match card. Then maybe, sure. But other than that, it feels terrible. But he might have little choice here. Wadib, of course, needs to start cashing these contracts now. Well, 2 rounds ago, really. So much work to do here. But they're all in different spots, and one of them needs a Spice of Flow. He's tried to get once and missed.
Yeah, it's tough.
Of course, last round, forced to reveal early, he had no legal moves, which was disgusting. Right, of course, there is...
I mean, if you're...
Go on.
I mean, Muad'Dib could have... I mean, this could be a turn to push in for Highliner, although, I mean, you have so many things you want to do. You know, you've got to go to all these 4 spaces, or actually 3 spaces in a Spice Mist Flow, so it's going to do, 1.5 rounds, or almost, yeah, that's too much.
Could he ever build up, maybe with a Sardaukar move now, and then look to go next conflict, perhaps?
Maybe.
Sardaukar does potentially get you your Spice Mist Flow, right? Because it's draw 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Contract 5 for
what?
Wadib.
Okay, he must have no persuasion in hands then. Or hardly any.
Yeah, I'm a little shocked about that, actually.
Fair enough, you've got a meme, actually. I'll quickly throw it up here. There was a meme from a game where, like, it was up there in the top there, where Gurney had, like, 5 contracts in the middle up there. Feels very similar at the moment, a little bit.
Reading what?
Yeah. Fader Alpha just gets his Sword Master. So everyone's got their Sword Masters. Gurney
I was
had
gonna be a little worried about Fade here because I mean Fade's doing very well, and
Yeah, he is technically in the lead at this point.
Fader Alpha puts his spy on Council after going Swordmaster and with no money and no access to privilege.
interesting.
Is he trying to block
That's just the
here,
block.
maybe?
Yeah. He's thinking about access to council next round. So
Bit of a curious move.
Maybe he has the drop for 4 Solari.
he could have that. Yeah.
We'll see. Gurney Halleck just wants to put the foot on the pedal now. He's just trying to work out how best to do this. He knows he's close. He knows he's close here. He played patient last round, which was risky. He's had a pretty decent result in the combat, I would argue here. But he might feel he's still got to win the next fight as well. That's the only thing for Gurney here. He probably feels that he's got to win next round.
I don't mind like shipping maybe.
He's got so much spice. I mean, he's got lot of options here. Does he go for a second alliance?
Hey,
Oh, wow.
Research station, draw
Price
3.
low.
What's he playing here? Shaddam's favor. Okay. Has he got... He puts him in.
That means he must have a line to end, right? If he's throwing them all in, or you're just really afraid of Highliner.
No, I don't think he has a line to end this round.
I can't see how he has a line to end it. Does he have just like the retreat? He must have a retreat card, right? And he's just chucking them in, I guess? Because he's going to win. He's going to get 2 intrigues. So he's just bulldozing them in, and he's intending to retreat some troops.
I think that's it.
For spice? I don't.
Only thing I can think he's got like tactical option. He's got to retreat a ton of troops here.
Could be tactical
He's
option.
just trying to set the initial price too high for everyone.
Council.
A Council of Staban finds a
point.
First contract, everyone. First contract for Muad'Dib. He got there in the end. Spam have just delivered supplies here, but I feel like that's what's coming. I think Gurney's just got tactical option. He's just going to throw in all the troops just to clear out his hand for a couple of intrigues so he doesn't get stolen from. I think he reckons he must like his 3rd intrigue, whatever it is.
He's still getting 3, right? So
think
has to get rid of his other 2 if he doesn't.
So Fader Alpha here. Because it is worth noting that there is cash prizes scaling up for all 4 seats here. But obviously money and the prestige all centered upon winning this match here. Fader will feel like he's got half a chance, but Gurney looking very difficult here to try to get over the top is this. But Fader will feel like he's got, given how bad his start was in round 2, I think he'd be pretty happy to even be kind of still in this game. Muad'Dib starting a snowball, says Paul Denon. I don't know how best to respond to that statement. Fade's going to use Beast Spoilers here. He will get a troop extra because he has a... he's got a flag with the Thopter, but that's it. That feels kind of not good. Looks like he's off to Siege though.
water. What?
Fine.
He's thinking between water and spice refinery.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Hold on. It says he went to Siege twice.
Yeah, I think that was 2 water.
No, he had 1 already, I think.
No, he didn't.
He did not have a troop.
Did it? No, because it only gave him 1 troop. That's fine.
I've got on my check. It says send the ancient to Siege, measure of water. Oh yeah, okay. No.
Yeah, he had a water before the round started. I don't know. It must be a...
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, I thought he had an extra troop. No, we got the troop from Beast Spoils. That's right. Yeah,
yeah.
He's good.
Just checking there, making sure.
Yep.
Don't want to repeat that
Queen
semi-final
says-
and like erroneous flags and don't need any of that. Not today.
Queen says, honestly, if Muad'Dib didn't buy the second contract card and just revealed the first one for Spice those rounds, I think he'd be doing much better. I think you'd be right.
Yeah, I mean, going the second contract when it's out there, he feels like he probably has to go for it, but it causes so many other problems, and I think we saw that happen in the last round. He could be a bit deterministic about it, admittedly, but even so. Staban with...
It's a bit of greedy play. Yeah.
Staban with yet more intrigues here. His third trip to Assembly Hall this game?
I think so, yep.
If it gets him a Spice Must Flow, then I think this is absolutely fine.
Yeah, he has to. I assume that he does, and he's got it via Guild Spy. And he's going to start accumulating points here, but a lot of work to do. Muad'Dib with 5. More Spice with Delivery Agreement, but of course, these are just revealing for Spice at the moment. Heretic just perhaps being too long here. Staban obviously did put Strike Fleet to the side as well. That is a backup here, but I think he'd be happy just to get this out of the game and just take spots over with Spiceless Flow. He'll be happy with that if that's what he's got, but we'll see. Fade Ralph with 6.
Already has 13 cards in his deck. This would be the 14th card. It's a bit much. But you never know.
Arrakis Revolt. You might have to gamble at this point. It's a big card if you can get it. Its reveal is also pretty good. I don't hate going for Arrakis Revolt. I think that's totally fine. He does go for it. Gurney with Spice Must Flow. With bags of Persuasion.
Huge for Gurney.
What's he got? He does have Politics. Does he have... He doesn't have... He doesn't have
Play one more?
He doesn't. Okay. I assume he's got Tactical Option. Or he just thinks if he just wins this Commander, he's just going to win the game.
Buy Access would put him at 9, right?
Something crazy. I don't think he does have it. So Staban...
Oh, Buy Access would win.
Yes.
Buy Access would win the game.
I know. Staban does get the Spice Must Flow with Guild, so a couple of bumps. Does accumulate a couple of points here. But yeah, maybe Gurney thinks he's just going to win this. He thinks he can just force a win here, and he's just going to be so far ahead, he's just confident he can win it. Gurney should have 3 swords. This is true. He gets 2 for coordination because of Imperial Sword Spy Master. It is a good spot. The thing is as well, if Gurney does like take the Bene Gesserit Alliance, I don't see how he's ever losing it either. But yeah, Gurney just thinks he's going to win this match. He's not even retreating anything troops. So Gurney assumes he's winning at this point. He does not believe he's
Combat 4.
Combat
4 is 1.
He thinks this is game over. He gets 3 intrigues, of course. He also gets the Bene Alliance, so he could be stolen from. He's up to 8. And he's going to think he's got a foot in the win this tournament here.
Wow.
Yep, he's got all the Spice. He's got all the Solari.
And Spice Refinery comes up here. It's a mouse. There's only one mouse, and that's Staban. He ain't winning this fight, you don't think? I think someone has to try and stop Gurney Halleck, and might have to even consider some secret stealing here. It's a difficult thing to commit to, but I just feel someone has to try and stop Gurney Halleck from scoring here. Looks so ominous. He's probably got coordination. Does he have coordination in hand here as well, I think?
No, he played it. It was revealed last round.
It was revealed, so... But I think Gurney reckons he's just going to end the game here. He's pretty confident he's going to. To put in that amount of forces in that conflict, he must assume he's got this. Doesn't mean he does. I think the table has to kind of get together and work out how they're going to stop Gurney. It's in all their best interests.
I mean, I don't think he could be stopped, right? Like,
it's hard to say. I mean,
he gets a 10 really simply just by bumping Fremen, bump Emperor.
Yep.
I mean, Fremen could be blocked if Fade goes Fremkit.
He has shipping access with ton of Spice.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways that Gurney can end this, and Gurney reckons he's going to.
Man, you could actually ship twice, probably. You ship, Emperor bump, privilege, ship again.
Yeah, shipping's there. This is what happens, you give Gurney Halleck, a deep desert thumper with 5 bonus spice, that's pretty bad. And that's what we're seeing here.
And plus we don't know his intrigues.
No, they're all random. They could be anything.
Would be Fade, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's not as easy as saying just go shipping Spiceless Flow. It's not as easy as that. He has no high council. I mean, he could try and go for it, but it's not guaranteed to get Spiceless Flow here. It's a bit awkward. Fade's just gonna draw a load of cards at Arakeen here. Basically turn it into kind of a cheap man's research station. So he draws 3 cards here, but this feels pretty bad. Is this gonna degenerate into a fight for second place? It's possible.
It's going to be interesting.
Yeah, it could degenerate that way.
I don't know, guys. I'm not sure who's going to win yet.
I don't think it's as clear cut as it looks.
Fade could have drawn Arrakis Revolt.
Yeah, he's making a move for it, but he needs more spice for it to be usable, though. That's the only problem here. He needs 2 spice.
Reveals Spear. No.
Yeah, but if you reveal, then you can't play a revolt,
That's
can
true,
you?
yeah.
So he needs to muster something somewhere. Move the camera across you, touch here. So shipping. Might as well just go Fremen.
If you follow time, goes to the Fremen instead.
Yep.
Okay. Does not want a double ship.
Doesn't mouse played.
Oh.
So just protecting his hand.
Likes his intrigues.
Yep. No, and Fade either couldn't or didn't decide to make any steals, so...
Well, what does that say to you? I mean, he plays the mouse combat. This is a mouse conflict.
He put all his
he
troops
just
in last
can't
round.
win the conflict.
He's
not what he's saying. I mean, yeah.
He's not interested.
There's hardly anyone in there.
He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to win the conflict. That's what he's saying.
Yeah,
show of force.
He's going to let them
That's true.
beat the tar out of each other. Esteban grabs contract number 5. Couple of cash as well.
Interesting. Well, how's Muad'Dib going to get back into this one? Is this espionage?
He might just...
I don't think it's possible.
I mean,
I don't know. Well, yeah.
He might just close his eyes a high line here. Figures not much else to do. But Desert Mouse is out and he doesn't have a match. He doesn't have any money. It's not worked out for Muad'Dib here this at all.
Yeah, that went round 5. Swordmaster and then nothing else. Round was terrible. For Heretic. Possible to catch up.
I think Sardaukar is where I would go, and he does. He needs the card draw. He's just got to make something happen, gets more intrigues.
Contract number 2 completed. Yeah.
Contract 2.
I'll say the one thing that Gurney doesn't have going is he currently does not have access to a privilege, as he chose not to go up an Emperor.
No. But he must.
I would have totally taken privilege there.
Does Fade Ralph, if he's got access to Duke for Service, he has to go there now, right? He has to stop Gurney scoring this 10th point, doesn't he? Right? Fade has to go dutiful. Sure, it's mandatory, right?
Unless he thinks he could get to 10.
I mean, if you let Gurney go to dutiful, it's over, right? It's just game over. You have to try and keep it going.
Yeah.
I think if Fade Ralph has access, he has to go there. I don't think there's any debate. It's still a point for Yellow as well, which he does want. If the game ends, he's still fighting for second. But I think if he's got access to dutiful, I think it's mandatory. And I kind of hope he does have access. But I feel like if he was going to do it, he already would have done. This looks pretty bad.
Fade probably has steersman, right?
This could be it here. This could well be all she wrote. I mean, Gurney's won almost every combat in the match. Took a chance.
I think Muad'Dib could potentially chase for sure.
I know.
Someone could definitely chase.
There are chances to steal alliances. It is possible, and that would be pretty insane. I can only assume Fade Ralph does not have faction access. Obviously, you would have surely played it by now.
Well, what are they thinking about here? They need some... What do they need? All sorts of resources. They don't have access to a lot of things
the problem
right
is we don't know what mindset Fade is. Fade trying to win this match, or is Fade just trying to secure second?
I think everyone should probably be playing for first, right?
And it's Steers to deliver supplies.
Oh.
So arms up for some water here.
Interesting.
Deep desert?
That's what they're threatening. But they don't have any money. And if Gurney's got access to Dutiful, like, it's just over, right? But he's gonna dig. He has to find it. There's some cards. Spy Masters there. Diplo. Coordination. I mean, Gurney could still have this game won with several intrigues. Could win the game here if he's got the likes of. Ooh, puts in the troops. That's interesting. Does he have like buy access? Does he have stockpiling?
He figures it's the last round.
There's so many intrigues that can just win the game here. There's so many. Putting in the troops there kind of feels like he thinks he's got it. But we'll see. Back to Staban. Again, good deck, but it's just taken too long to get the engine going. Probably has Interstellar Trade in hand, but I think he's just going to reveal it for 5 Persuasion. No, he plays it!
Oh no, he's going to play it.
He plays it to gather support. For the water.
Okay, so research station for Stuart, for Tuek, trying to dig for Spy.
Kill Spy.
Guild
That's the only thing I can think is going on
Is that
here.
it?
He's going to go for it here.
It's crazy.
He feels he might as well gamble. No one else is going research station. I don't think Fader Alpha's ever going there. But who knows? Walls are up.
Yep.
So, we'll see. Here we go then. Wadib goes espionage. Does not go secrets.
Wow, everyone's playing with fire now. I mean, Gurney has an extra action. No one is respecting this.
No one
Yeah,
respects
this
it.
is crazy.
And I would love to have seen Wadib go secrets there instead of privilege. I know why he went. I guess I get why he went there, but still. I don't know, but now he's not got enough spice for change allegiances unless he reveals, I guess. That's assuming he has it. If he does, then this game gets blown wide open. I don't know, I just think secrets, if you've got change allegiances, you protect. I don't know, both are fine.
He has privilege now too, which might be a reason why he wanted that Solari.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, cash for that. Yeah, I didn't see that. That's fine. People just seem to hate secrets in this game. Terrible space. No one likes it. Anyways. Fade goes Refinery for some cash.
He has to have unexpected allies or something then, right?
So Paul then wants to know why secrets.
Just I mean, I assume he has a card to protect his spiceless flow, but I forgot he's got the espionage contract, so yeah, you go that way. Did Gurney... Oh, Gurney may not have drawn it. Has Gurney Hallett not drawn Emperor access? He had a lot of cards to get in there, but he's not playing immediately.
He's five cards, 1 extra persuasion. He's almost bound to have a spiceless flow, right?
I don't know. Not guaranteed. Not guaranteed.
Oh, yep.
High Council.
Just goes for the spiceless flow.
I mean, if he's got it, then sure, but it's, again, still not a guarantee he has it there. He may have just drawn pretty bad. Some Dunes and such. Staban 2x.
6 and 4 cards.
Staban 2x going to lift the spy.
He's
going to move the spy to get the triple draw on research station.
Really hoping for that guild spy, I guess.
Hoping and praying. I'd love to see another round too, 100%. I'd love to see another round.
Yeah, another round changes.
I'd love to see a round 8 in this game. Not just because it means we're here longer, but yeah. I think it'd be an 8th round would be really interesting.
So, has Highliner not been played this game?
Nope.
No.
Oh, interesting.
It's been a pretty wild match, this. It has gone against a lot of expectations. A lot of crazy stuff has gone on. But the only way this game carries on is if something special happens here. Imperial Privilege. Wadib digs.
Yep.
Does he have another access to Bene Gesserit? Does Muad'Dib have another Bene Gesserit access card to like hit secrets and just hope he finds something? Siege Ritual maybe. He has to pull an agent.
Okay.
It's got to be
Gotta pull an
Sardaukar,
agent, yeah.
surely. That's what I'd be pulling.
Deciding whether he wants to toss some intrigue or not. Okay, Sardaukar.
I mean, if he doesn't switch an intrigue, it brings up big questions what he's got here. I think he might have the likes of Spring the Trap in his hand. The fact he's got obviously he's got all these spies. Ditches Fopter. That's where that was. No good to him. Muad'Dib could be the only person that sent this game into an 8th round.
Maybe he does have change allegiances.
I don't not being rough against Blue. I really hope he does. I really hope he does. Heretic got screwed round 4. I think it was. I think he deserves some justice here.
4 or 5. Oh, if he does reveal, does he reveal for Spaceman's Flow 2? Maybe.
I don't know.
Probably not with his deck.
Who knows? About to fade. 1 action to go. Could be his last action in this tournament, for all he knows.
And the wall's up.
The
Wall's up.
wall is
People are gonna forget.
The wall is up.
Okay.
I hope he's got detonation. No.
Takes the spice.
Takes the spice. Does
Did
he
not
have
forget.
Spice's power, maybe.
Yeah, this is a crazy low strength combat. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. It's been that sort of match. Does Fade Ralpha have change allegiances? Is he just going to spin and hope to find his way to steal this alliance? He's got by access.
There's the by access.
He's got by access. It's a point. Oh, what's this? Opportunism?
No, I think you take it somewhere else.
You gotta just try and make a spin at the bench. You have to try something. One of these two factions. You've got to try and chase blue. Yeah, why play it now, though? Why not play it later? That is curious. Okay, I'm not taking it back with the Emperor, of course. Only gets the 1 bump there. Yeah, why play this now, not later? The only reason you play this now is to try and get in front of something. But if he's going to get in front of something, he would have just already played it.
Yeah, I kind of feel like you should just wait for reveal, but...
Oh, he's got it!
Oh my God,
He's got it! He's got it so hard, I hit the space bar by accident. Change allegiances. He does have it. Oh my God. Unbelievable. You can never defend against the triple bump. I've been saying it for years. Unbelievable. There is a twist in this game yet.
So the only issue here is that even if he wins it, it's
and
not 2
Gurney
points.
missed. He has no Spiceless Flow either. He's at 7.
Gurney could still win conflict, potentially.
I mean, who knows what's going to happen here? The conflict is so cheap. It's the Balm with Spiceless Flow with Guild Spy. Gets himself a couple of points.
God. The spacing is not even safe now.
And
That's
all
crazy.
of a sudden, this game has accelerated into life. Let me move across here a touch so you guys can see a bit better. I'm sorry I hit the space, but I was just like so excited. Just hit it accidentally.
Yeah, it looks good.
Joe hero again.
What is happening? I mean, Fade Alpha, if he somehow wins this... I mean, there's a lot going on here. And Muad'Dib's still got an action, by the way, kids.
Muad'Dib, 3 points at reveal. He would need a Spiceless Flow in both those contract cards, right?
But if blue wins the fight, it's still game over. If yellow wins the fight, I mean, it probably keeps going. I don't think he's got 2 points here.
Yeah, it has to be yellow to send it into another round.
Muad'Dib, Arakeen. He gets the extra troop, of course, and the spy. So he gets to put in a total of 4 troops.
Muad'Dib win this conflict.
Muad'Dib might win this fight.
He's throwing in 4 here.
He has to. He's got no choice. What is going to happen? Intrigues. This game has just... I don't know. I have no idea what's about to happen, kids.
Saban gonna win the fight.
Anyone can win the fight. I think Muad'Dib's got Spring the Trap. I really do. I really think Muad'Dib's got Spring the Trap here. Or at least he's got Find Weakness, which is the one spy for 5.
They're going in.
Uh-oh.
And
Man,
all
this
of a
is what
sudden...
happens when no one throws in super hard. It's impossible to call.
Marty, by the way, also has his 4 contracts now as well, so he can now start revealing those for points.
And if Heretic wins this conflict, he comes, and he's got a spice and swell this round. He gets up there too, and it's all of a sudden super close game.
I want to play for. I mean, it's what we want to see as neutrals. We want to see an 8th round. We want to make it close. It'll be an amazing end. But who knows?
Yeah.
Fade Ralph first has got 8 swords. I was about to say he's got these swords and a rocket revolt sitting around.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, guys, I don't know.
Joe's got 8 swords. But I don't think he's got any battling trees. He's going to have to hope this holds, but Gurney could have Spring. Wadib could have Spring. Gurney could have Spice's Power even. Joe is far from certain he's going to reveal here, but he cannot end this game. He does not have the money. He doesn't have the match. So Yellow winning, the game continues.
Did he pull a spy?
And Wadib he did.
Yes, he
and
did
Wadib has both contract cards. They both cash. They both cash for points. He's somehow got them in. I don't know how he did that, but he did.
3, 4, 5, 6.
What a boss.
That is incredible.
There we go.
Gets him to 6. No Spice must flow.
Awesome.
He's short. He's only got 7.
It's a spy down here. Did he place it already?
He's just deciding where it goes. I think because he has 3 right now.
He has 3, so he can lift to put one back if he wants to. Is there a twist here? Fade's sitting on 16. Is 16 enough here? It might be. Blue passes.
Oh, yellow passed. Blue passes.
Yellow passes, blue passes. Red has nothing, and green has nothing either. We're going 8 rounds.
Oh.
We are going 8 rounds.
All of a sudden, this is anyone's game.
Wow. I think you better get one more poll up, Mr. Chris.
Yeah. All right, one more time.
Unbelievable. So, it's 8 rounds. Fade on 9, Gurney 8, Staban 7, Wadib on 6. And after several rounds of dominance, all of a sudden, anything can happen here. What is it? It's Arakeen.
2 matches out there.
It's Arakeen. It's a neutral. Yellow's flag should be on the whatever it is, but the flag's glitched a little bit here. What was the fight?
Where is it?
It's over his board. If you like unlock
it's on there.
Unlock it and relock it quickly, the flag.
Oh yeah.
I can't see it.
There you go. And that works. It's occasionally it doesn't update, but if you unlock it and relock it, it updates for everyone. Little check there. So here we go then. So Arakeen is a dagger conflict. Daggers in the hands of Gurney and Wadib. It's spy revealing. Gurney is not set up for this. Wadib is. There is spice everywhere. Fade Ralph is in the lead, but no resources.
Forge Master trolling us with the shame it's not propaganda.
I know.
Sure.
Look, it's not the propaganda memorial tournament, okay?
Yeah, I was hoping for propaganda.
It's not the propaganda memorial tournament. Wall is still down, by the way. It should be noted. The wall is still down. But
the wall's up.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. You know,
left or right? It's the wall's left.
Yeah, you know what I mean. It's still there. But now we've gone through about, what? There's about 20 intrigue cards. So the odd there being some kind of detonation is very high. Who blinks first?
We've seen only one.
Only one.
Special mission.
That was Staban, yep. And Gurney is up first.
One has a ton of spice as well.
Well, this is interesting.
Staban
Spacing Alliance isn't safe.
It's everywhere. Yeah, spacing isn't safe. Like, this could bite Fade in the butt here. I mean, I think you do it. He did it right.
Fade had no choice. He has to make that move to keep the game going. Like he just has to make it. But it's Bene Gesserit's awkward now. Fade can find himself in some really dire spots here. But I mean, if you wanted a grandstand finish to the first ever Uprising competition, you're gonna get it. It didn't look like it 40 minutes ago, but we're here. What a way this is gonna finish out here. Gurney is first to act, however, which is pretty huge, I think, in this situation. He gets to dictate how this round's going to look. Now, what access does he have? His diplomacy is in his deck. His coordination is in his deck. Spy
And then you have
Master
a
he's
guild
got.
Spy Master, yeah.
Oh, he's just going to send it to Dutiful just for the point. Ooh, that hurts. Did he miss both coordination and diplomacy? That would be tragic. Staban now has highline opportunities.
And 15 cards in his deck. That's what happens.
And there is Skating Guild favor, so Staban rips it here. It's not a match for him. But he has both
leave
spies.
The spy. I also like this.
He has both spies. He has to leave him. He's got to try for it. Surely this is the last round of this tournament.
That's the last card in his deck, and then he's got to get to his discard pile. He's trying to draw spy, so
yeah, so hard. Wardeep's going to play Cargo Runner. It's a double draw. He has 4 contracts completed now. Arakeen is a triple draw with no spy. It's just pretty hardcore. There are intrigues all over the place still. There could be battle intrigues out there as well. Like, none were played last round. That doesn't necessarily mean no one has them. Blue might have been saving, waiting for this round.
Distraction to Highliner?
Oh, if he's got distraction, it's so...
Come on,
it's
one
so
time.
insane. Oh, he's got it! He has it as well! He does! He does. Does he have the access, though? We're about to find out. He does!
Yes!
He's got it! Oh my god.
Heretic has a chance to win, because this is...
wow.
And he would lift a point here. And it's
this
a
is
match.
a match. This will get him... If he has Spice and Fill also, it's the friendship point.
Yep.
And he could pay...
There's 11 points on the cards, yeah. He could score 5 here. Fade defends. Not the move he wanted to make, but I don't think he has much choice. He knows Highline's coming from Staban, so he makes the defense.
Yep.
Well, potentially. Gurney privileges first. Double drawing. Gurney digging for cards. So he's looking for coordination. Highline's out the question now. Contract Dib. Cho'M Prophet! Oh! Muad'Dib didn't have it! I thought Muad'Dib might have had it as when I actually found it, but he doesn't. Nor does Staban. That's brutal for both of them. Gurney Hallett. Horrible. Man, that's a good feeling trash for Gurney Hallett there.
I think we need a poll now, CJ.
The poll's
There's
up.
a poll.
There is a poll.
Oh, it is? I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I think we should close it before we go
I'll
any
end
further.
it,
Everyone's
yeah.
had one action. I think we got to close it here. Gurney Hallett.
Everyone's on the Gurney train.
Gurney still.
But everyone's got a shot here.
Muad'Dib's close.
And Muad'Dib went at 1.4%. Now he's at 29.
Yeah. I think it is that close, kids. I think it's legitimately that close. Anyone could win here. Fade Ralpha is looking a bit dicey, though. Hard to see where he's scoring more points. He has one end game, potentially, but Fopter's out. Desert Mouse is out. He hasn't put any Spicemas flows. Cho'M Profits has done nothing, so... What is Fade Ralpha sitting on? Does he have stockpiling, maybe? Maybe he's going to just take a Fremen bump and just cash in the water for a point. Big moments.
Bond win this game?
I don't know.
Starts with winning conflict, right?
Yeah, if they win the combat, they don't win. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Staban, he has to try to win the fight, but he knows Muad'Dib is going highline.
I mean, he could still get there. He could recall, right?
Siege.
Oh no, he can't get it. He can't get the privilege. Privilege was taken.
Does he have a wall break?
Does he have a wall break? Does he have dispensation? Does he have the Council's Ambition? Gives you the 2 water if you've got the High Council seat. Maybe Research Station is coming. Maybe wall break in Deep Desert's coming. It's possible.
Dr. Fishify has a lot of money on Paul. He's
Well, I tell you what, that money looked dead to rights 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And all of a
It's
sudden,
looking better now.
all of a sudden, I'd say there's some chances here. I don't think Heretic believes he's still in this match. He must have felt it was all over when that early reveal, round 3 or 4, one action, nowhere else to go. He must have thought the taunt was over, and all of a sudden he's got half a chance here. Pretty insane finish. What does Muad'Dib do his one loose action? He's gonna go secrets, is he, for just intrigue diving? He is.
Intrigues? Yep, he
He
could
just
find
intrigue diving.
Battle Alliance?
He could have Shadow Alliance. Very possible. That would make that a much even better looking move. But I think just pulling 2 intrigues doesn't feel that bad a move here. And I don't see Fade Ralpha going secrets a lot here to defend. Change Allegiance is gone. Byaxis is gone. I can't see... the Alliance is probably safe, so I don't think Fade Ralpha goes secrets off in here. So I think this is a pretty free move for Muad'Dib. Just trying to find some battle intrigues, I think. He's got one spy. Sorry, go on.
20 strength?
It'd be 20 just on Garrison alone. Maybe he's digging for, like, Shadow Alliance. It is out there. We've gone through about half the deck at this point.
Priority contracts and deliver agreement early into the Exodia cargo runner.
If
Heretic deserves it.
If Heretic wins this, it's one of the greatest tournament wins ever. If he comes back and wins this. Yeah. I will go as far as say it now. It is one of the greatest victories ever. There is a detonation, but he would just use it to chuck the troops in. So that's 2 out. There's still a couple out there, though. Unexpected allies is also still a thing.
There's another detonation, another special mission, I think.
Yep. Fade Ralpha. Spice Refinery with Ecological.
Oh, wow.
So he double draws. Now, why go Refinery and not say Fremkit?
He wants privilege.
That must be why, yeah. He's got the spy there, so that's what he's playing for. Be interesting to see if he swings his intrigue out when he goes privilege or not. Keep an eye out for that. He might not do so. If he doesn't, he likes what he's got. But I don't see what he could have that's worth points at this time. Apart from maybe like some weird opportunism or something?
Opportunism could be used for a point if no one bumps either of his alliances.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I don't know.
But the thing is, if he does go privilege, he will be 1 Solari short, right?
Gurney's life isn't very easy here, but they've got a clean shot to shipping. They need that right now.
I mean, look at the state of the Bene Gesserit alliance. I mean, just look at it.
Bene Gesserit, it could be totally stolen here pretty easily.
It is Seek's Ritual we have not seen. That's the only one left out there is Seek's Ritual. We have not seen that. That is discard a card for a Fremen or Benny Bump. And
there are 24 cards left in the intrigue deck.
Yeah.
So we've gone through a lot of it.
A lot of the deck, let's say half the deck is out. Could well be out there. Big moments here for Gurney. He thought, I think 2 rounds ago, he thought he was going to win it. Maybe he should have just barreled it all in after all its Spice Freighters and just taken it down. Was that the move? Should he have just gone for the kill shot right there? He waited, and now we're here. If Gurney
a pretty hard move to make, I think.
Maybe.
Going for Spice Freighters.
Yeah, that one is tough when your opponent's showing 11. I don't think he had it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you after the game.
I don't know. I have a feeling he did, and he chose not to go for it. But we'll see. If he does, if that was the case, and he doesn't win this, he will be looking back on that in horror. But it's the history now. He's here. He's got 10 Spice. He has no potential to win combat. Assembly Hall with coordination. This is desperation, and contingency is played.
Huh.
That is a I don't think I've got much else to do move. Why did
That's a Spice must
There's the wall break.
There's the bust.
Oh,
there is the bust.
The spy for it.
He loses a spy for it, but I don't.
Does he have his ring?
Yep. And there
he has his ring.
There is the ring.
It's not enough right now.
No.
Highliner still beats it.
What is this intrigue?
Fishing for the intrigue?
He gets another one.
Later.
Does he have Spice's power? Does he have, like, Spring the Trap, and he's just willing to sacrifice it to win the fight? I don't know.
Oh my god.
Chris Knife endgame point is still out there, by the way. I don't think we've seen that.
No, we saw the other 2, I believe.
Muad'Dib just has the Highline, right? Like, what other move could he possibly have?
He didn't draw access.
If he didn't draw access, I mean, that's insane.
He did get spy back from ring, yep.
Yep. put it on the Fremen and paid the 2 Solari for his for an intrigue. That's how the ring works there. Well, he's going to have to win this one, Sneaker, if he wants any chance of winning this. If he hasn't drawn Highliner access, I mean, that's insane. But I feel like he must have done to have gone secrets. If he didn't have Highliner access, he would have gone espionage, right? Right? Oh, then he wouldn't. But then he wouldn't have had the spice. He wouldn't have the spice to get there. Wow.
And this is still anyone's game.
And he's not moved. He mustn't have access. This is brutal. What a... I mean, he has rolled with the punches as Heretic. And he's done incredibly well to even get back to this point.
He did a lot of it without even, like, any water this entire game. Like, he's played without water. Kind of crazy.
Oh, there it is. He has the access. He has to.
Access.
He's got no choice. Wheels within wheels. He gets a couple of Solari for his troubles as well.
Yeah.
I don't think there was any other move that made any sense. This is going to come down to intrigues between red and green here. You would imagine. Fade Ralpha is praying he's got a point somewhere. Gurney is as well. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. I mean, he was just... I don't see what other move made any sense, but, you know, I don't mind them taking some time here. It's the final round of a tournament in the grand final. Take as long as you want. I don't care.
To give up a Spiceless flow for it? I mean... Still have to go for this.
I mean, he's got no choice. You could be giving up 2 Spiceless flows. I think you still got to go for it, right?
Yeah.
Fade Ralph of Ring. Privilege. Gets a couple of spice. Does he spin the intrigue? That is the big question here.
Maybe.
He does. There's Find Weakness. So Staban and Muad'Dib don't have it. That's a big card to see here. So Fade Ralph could have anything at this point. Does Fade Ralph... I don't think Fade can possibly lift up Deliver Supplies here. His alliance is really scary. I think he has to leave that down there.
Yep, that's fine. Now, did he pull Steersman from that? 1 and 7, I think.
Who knows? So a couple of Spice to Fade, courtesy of his ring here. Scrambling for any point he can.
Alright, Gurney. Gurney's going to reveal for his Spiceless though.
Gurney reveals early. Takes point 10. There was ambition. Does he have unexpected allies?
Nope.
No, just taking the water here. So Gurney's shutting his eyes and hoping he's going to win this.
Ooh, the double dagger might be the difference.
Double dagger helps. It's close. Is Gurney Hallett going to win this off some crazy conflict here? Gurney still probably thinks he's favourite to win here. He could have secure Spice Trade as well. That'd be huge. Spiceless Flow from Muad'Dib. Gets his friendship. That's 0.8. Yeah. If he wins this without cost of Spice, he gets to 11 points. There is no way this is about to happen. There is no way this is about to go down. Also, yeah, by the way, that is worth noting, but...
Water tiebreak. Wow.
There is so much insanity that could happen here. We are just here to sit and watch. We are but spectators. You couldn't have asked...
What a game this has been.
Couldn't have asked for a better finish. Hope you guys have enjoyed. However this goes down, has been some finish. Creep is just fingers crossed at this point. He has no more impact on this game. He is just hoping amongst all hope he holds on here.
I just saw Paul's comment in chat.
It could be the greatest comeback ever. No, Muad'Dib has no worm. He's got no way to generate the worm. But still 3 points.
Yeah, he'd only get 2 points. Or is it 3? Yeah,
he'd
it's
still
3
generate
points.
3 if he spends the 5. But I still think he's got Spring the Trap as a backup if he needs it. But Spring the Trap only gets him to 10 and he can't win it because he'd lose on Spice tiebreak at this point to Gurney. So here we go. Fade, one more action. Can he scramble a point?
He found it.
He found
Top deck.
Steers.
Nice.
He found Steers.
Wait, why is he going there?
That I'm not so
Why?
sure.
Why is he going there?
Why not go like accept contracts or anything?
He pulls off privilege, somehow gets a spy there and goes again. I don't know.
I don't see there's another way to get
What?
a spy there.
Wait, what?
Why not go accept contracts
What?
and draw twice?
Why don't you go to the Emperor?
You
Oh,
can't
well.
with that card.
Yeah, not Steersman, you can't.
Oh, not Steersman. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why. I'm thinking it's the
Did Fate
The other
stumble
one.
upon opportunism, maybe? It's still yellow. Still you, man.
Yeah, true.
And red and green are having to sweat this out here as well. And so is blue. They are all sweating this out here. While yellow is just playing their own little game. It's hilarious.
Oh my god.
I mean, if yellow has a spice and slow, he's at 10 also.
He's also at 10, but I don't know how he gets to 10. I'm not sure he's got it. What a time to be having a 5-agent turn at the end of round 8 when it was revealed. Everyone desperate to win here, and yellow is just all eyes are on them. Nearly 150 sets of eyes are on Fader Alpha right now, watching what he's gonna do.
I think this was weird. I don't know if that space was what he wanted.
I would have gone accept contract and just double draw. Surely, I don't know what that was about, but
yeah.
Nope, he got 2 spice. He was a trip back. Double agent. He's going to take what spice he can. Does he have stockpiling? No, it was opportunism. It was opportunism. The alliances are safe. No one could get any more bumps here, so that is point 10.
Oh, man,
But Fade
what a game.
Alpha is still behind Gurney, though. And I don't see how Fade Alpha has a spice of slow in hand here.
No,
Surely he's played out.
Impossible.
It's a pretty insane draw, though.
He's played out. So he gets to 10. He cannot win. He will hope for second. Here we go.
And
What has Red got? Has he got anything? It is Spice's power. And what does Muad'Dib to save his tournament? Does he have anything? I don't think he does. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, and Heretic came so close to pulling this back. Muad'Dib gets only 2 points, though. And he's behind on Spice. Is it free? Oh, he had the worm. It's 10.
Yep, he has the worm. Does he have an end game? What end game does he
Secure
qualify
Spice
for?
trade wins the match. Fopta wins the match.
Oh! The CJ's.
Slow roll. It's all end games. Shadow Alliance for blue. And blue did have it. He called it earlier.
Yep.
And stockpiling was upside. There was the Chris knife up there as well.
Wow. Well, it didn't necessarily come down to an intrigue because even at 10 points, Gurney was still winning on tiebreakers.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it was really close, though. Like, really hard to explain the game when you know what's going on.
Of course. I've been there. I've been there. Goodness. Man.
Wow. Wow. Should we go talk to them?
I mean, probably.
All right.
You all over there?
Let's all jump over there. Oh, no one's in there anymore. Where'd they go?
Are they?
No one's in the chat. Here, let me get them back in the chat.
Yeah, to order them. It's contractually obligated. You get to a farm and you have to talk to us. Man. Yeah, pretty insane. I mean, Gurney had a lot of ways to win it, and he took chances kind of waiting at the end there. Joe kept the game going with the insane betting at Jesuit Steel on round 6 or 7 or whatever it was, keeping the game going, but gets edged out here, ends up only in 3rd place, loses a double Spice tiebreaker, and Heretic came close to the greatest comeback of all time, but doesn't find it. Let's go ahead and get into the chat here.
There we go.
We're here.
All right, everybody. Well, congratulations. Congratulations, Spekreep. What a game.
Yes, indeed. Oof. Good
Nail,
game.
nail biter.
Good game. I'm my own Discord fucked up, so now I'm at another one. I hope that's okay.
That's okay. Keep it PG, though.
It'll be fine.
Sorry. Yeah.
It's no worries. Let me,
But what I've just got the adrenaline going from the game, huh? Woo.
Man, it was so tense. Like it felt like everybody was drawing great cards, but then like okay, so Spekreep, the last round was so bad for you. You had no access
Second
to
to last
anything.
one.
Second to last
Yeah.
one, yeah. Round
Yeah,
7.
it was
It was
horrible.
awful.
I was hoping to end, but it was not possible with that hand. Even with the passive, it was not possible to get to 9, and I was like, crap. But
Yeah.
I had Shadow Alliance from the beginning, which was good. It was my insurance. So it's a good card.
Yeah, it is a good card. The play around the Spacing Guild got a little bit dicey there for a while, Joe.
Certainly.
We weren't sure. What was
sorry, everyone. Just need to leave and quickly rejoin.
But
Oh,
I felt
Shadow.
like I had to go for it, and yeah, that was a crazy couple of plays there. But here we are.
Yeah. Oh man. And Terrasashar, man, you had a pretty insane comeback. We're sitting at 1 point for like 3 or 4 rounds. Like
Yeah,
got the
I
guild
feel,
spy. Yeah.
yeah, Guild Spy was good, but I feel I misplayed a little bit my first few rounds. To be fair, I hate being first place and I hate playing Staban, so I was in a pretty bad spot from the beginning. But yeah, after that, I just try my best.
Were there any moments you felt that? I mean, what you said you made some mistakes. What do you mean? Which round did you feel like you made a mistake? Because I didn't see a
I-
whole lot of mistakes
I-
from you.
I think it was in the first second or the first three rounds. I think I could have optimized a little bit better. Something like at one point I forgot that I had the contract, so I could have played differently with the spy. Put it somewhere else, do one more card or something like that. I feel there was place for improvement there, but yeah, after that I think it was pretty okay.
Yeah. And Heretic, man, you nearly had this big comeback. Everyone was like rooting. There was like a Heretic fanboy in the chat here. Everyone was having a good time with that, but so didn't quite work. But I think this was an insane run back, honestly. Yeah, Heretic's not in chat, is he? Oh, he's here.
Yeah, he had always these 2 points in the back of his mind, so it looked like he was only at 3, but actually he was
Yeah.
at like 4 or 5 or 6.
There was a
5.
time where he had like no contracts.
Yeah, it cost him the
With, like,
Spicer's
5
Foot
out
earlier.
there.
That was the problem. He made the draw of intelligence and missed it because he pulled the other one. So it was always
Yeah,
tricky.
that I felt that one, so I was like, oh, that's sad. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
true.
so difficult. You got so
Terra's
many cards.
block
Yeah.
on accept contract round
That
5.
hurt.
Yeah, it was brutal. The early review,
Brutal for
yeah,
Heretic.
that hurt. I think to come back and like even have an outsider shot winning this. I mean, if he'd have won this game, it would have been the greatest comeback ever. As it was still incredibly good going, man.
Insanely close. Absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I guess my question for Spekreep, like, how much did you want to greed that deep desert? I mean, you were kind of thinking the round before you took it, like maybe I should just take it now. I mean, who knows? It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Got it
I
for
was
5 extra, and
was
the bonus
considering-
spice.
No one had high council, and you can get cheated out of it with the what's it called?
Ambition.
With this one.
Yep.
Counselors, yeah.
And no one had it. No one had this, so I figured, well, let's wait it out. I have to say that's the best stumper I've ever played in my life.
I was in that round where I won the combat. I thought, oh, I have 1 water. If I get second place, I'll get 3 water, and then I'll get turn before you. So I could have sort of stolen that, but then I won the combat, and that gave me a friendship and a match. So that was sort of 2 points. But
yeah.
I was really considering maybe I should just get second place there. the worm.
But I was your competitor there, and if I had won that one, it would have been
Oh,
yeah,
that would have been game over for sure.
yeah.
Yeah. So I did choose to win it and put more troops in, but that was a hard decision for me.
So there was a turn, round 6, where Gurney, Spekreep, you decided to not go all in.
Spice rate.
You didn't know it. You didn't know it at the time, but you had it.
Yeah. I had a funny feeling you did. I had a funny feeling.
You had
Which one is
12.
turn 6? Which one is
It
turn
was the
6?
Spice Freighters.
Spice Raiders. I was looking, thinking,
that
do you
was
just go in for the
round
kill
5,
shot?
no?
Or it might have been round 5.
Didn't
Was
I
that
only
round
It was
have
round
10?
5. It was round 5.
Round 5.
Round 5, whichever one was.
Didn't I only have 10 here? Because I had 6 from here, 1 from ring, and 1 from the intrigue. That's 10, right? How do I get 12?
You had 3
had-
swords on reveal, I think.
You
I
had
remember
2 swords on
counting,
reveal. You had Deep
you had
Desert.
9.
Yeah, you
No,
could have
I
gone
think I
Deep
was at-
Desert.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have gone Deep Desert. You had Ring. You had the Intrigue, and you had two daggers.
Yeah.
Oh, what was your intrigue? How many swords?
It was
The
it was
Shadam's
just
favor.
the
Shadam's
Shadam's
favor,
favor.
which he used anyways. Later
Yeah.
on.
So I mean, it's hard to see that. I mean,
Oh.
any
Yeah, it's
any one
also
thing in
against-
hand.
Yeah.
Against Fate,
Yeah.
who hasn't revealed with his spice, it's like
It's
Yep.
tough. It's really tough.
it's dead if you
Yeah,
get,
if you
lead
get
against
it,
a plus
it's
1.
over. You win. But if you go for it and you lose, it hurts a lot. I mean, I don't blame you for waiting. If the next one had been a wall conflict though, that could have been a bit awkward, but it wasn't, I suppose. So
I have to say this one was that then the last non-walled conflict came up was
yeah, shadow
kinda nuts.
contest was insane.
This was kind of nuts. I
Very
have to
nuts
say that.
indeed.
That's
Guys,
super
hear me
lucky.
now?
Yes, we can hear you, Heretic.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, bud.
Yeah, I just want to say that round 5 ruined me completely. That slowed me down to a stall, but I still got some tempo going, but still wasn't enough. If I won this combat, I would still be like last or second last.
Do you feel that strategic stockpile was actually a bit of a hindrance in this case because it was basically a blank?
Not really, but you have to realize I missed like 3 times. I missed Spice Throw. Every time when I wanted to throw the Spice Throw, I drew the delivery agreement.
Yeah. I mean, I appreciate, but I mean, it's always tough, when you pull like 2 cards into your deck that have no persuasion, like you're always risking missing them. I mean, obviously the intelligence report draw was brutal to.
No. The one throw was 33% chance, so it was like a convincing argument, Rakim, and delivery. So I needed a convincing there.
Yeah.
To pull it down. 33% is not a bad chance. Okay.
Yeah, it's a chance you took, definitely. It didn't work out. I mean, that would have been an extra point there.
Most definitely.
It would have definitely changed the tempo of where your card showed up.
To be honest, I wasn't even going to go into this combat, but I realized that I don't have a chance if I get at least 10 points because I could just go here and play strategic for a point.
Yeah.
And this is a pure point anyway.
Yep,
So,
and you were holding on to that since the beginning of the game.
Yeah,
like
if I had that 1 extra or 2 extra points that I just, that would be a different game.
Yeah, well, I say, I mean, I think you did well to even pull it back as far as you did, and you even had an outside chance of trying to win it here. So I think it's pretty well commended, man. You've had a good competition, so. And as I say, there was a lot of folks that were rooting for you, as well as Joe after stealing the Benny Alliance as well. There was a lot of favorites in chat.
Yeah, I was.
It was a good game,
Yeah, the game was insane in terms of decision. I feel everyone had hard decision to take.
I mean, everyone just wanted an 8th round. That was the only thing chat wanted. Chat wanted an 8th round desperately, and they did, and they got it. To be fair, so no one can really complain about that. And it was always be interesting to see. But yeah, I think. I mean, yeah, it was just super close, and it was a good final. I mean, you can't really complain too much about it.
So how it was deep. It's like 4 troops.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess ultimately when you go to Deep Desert, you summon 2 worms and you get 10 spice, you're gonna win more games more often than not when you're able to do that, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true.
It's pretty strong.
Oh yeah, but I still have them. I didn't spend them, so yeah.
Yep. I mean,
The
they
spice
did
doesn't
get
But it
tiebreaker,
still
but
changed the space of the
Yeah,
timing of
true.
the game too, because everybody's
True.
considering the fact that you have a bunch of spice for tie breaks, right? So
Yeah, it's also half a point, right? Yeah.
Effectively, at that point, yeah, effectively.
I of all the games I've played in this tournament, this was by far the most intense and the most fun. So it was like such a cool game to be part of, even though it started so horrible for me when I drew the 2 daggers off the research station, so I couldn't get I missed
oh yeah,
we saw that.
Yeah.
the steersman. I was like, oh, I can maybe, as the first card get steersman and then 2 daggers.
Yeah, and you sent the spy to the Fremens. You didn't have the double draw espionage either. We
Did you ever consider,
we pondered with your ring whether it was better to like. I suggested when you go research station first, but you actually pay for the trash to get one of those daggers out of there, just to help you out of that. And then you didn't. I was like, oh no, this could go wrong, and it did.
I really don't like playing with such a big deck, but that sort of happened. And then I went with it.
Yeah.
I did not do a lot of trashing.
Did you consider ring to espionage? Spy to espionage after hitting the 2 daggers? Did you have a chance of still hitting steersman, drawing another 2?
Yeah. I could have put the a spy on Bene Gesserit and then went there to draw more cards, but I don't remember exactly, but why I didn't do it, because I thought, oh, it would be so far out. I think I have to see that again, and think about it again.
Yeah, which is reasonable, but no, it was definitely painful. Still, able to come back. You kept the game going. It looked for all money that Gurney Halleck was going to win it, but the Benny still knew that the game was going to keep going, and then just couldn't find the 10th point in the end. Just scrambling for it, but still, I think a good effort.
Wow, what a game!
Yeah.
I do hope everyone here has enjoyed the competition. The 4 of you, obviously getting
certainly,
and we'll get your
It was great.
Your prizes sent across and whatnot. And definitely, I say hope you 4 have had a good time.
Certainly, I look forward to the next tournament.
Yes, thank you so much for organizing all of it.
It's all right. We take checks. We take checks.
Well done. Well
organized. All right, guys. Thank you so much. All right, thank you all for watching. This has been an insane finals. I think this is my favorite finals that we've done so far, honestly. I think it's been one of the most enjoyable to watch.
Yeah, it had some really good moments for sure.
Yeah, it's been a lot of work. We're taking a short break. God knows I need it, but it's gone pretty well. I think we've trialed some things at this competition. I think some of it has worked, some of it maybe hasn't worked as well. It's the nature of it when you do a first uprising. It's the chance to do some changes, and there will be some tweaks for whenever the next one happens. But definitely on the whole, I think that'll be fairly decent. Looks like we probably should do CJ. It's pretty good. We'll let the 4 of them go. We'll have a last final chat. It's a good idea.
All right. Good games, everybody. We'll see you around.
Good games.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Good game. Enjoy your well-deserved break.
Tell me about it. It's all right. I can spend the summer learning how to say Reverend Mother Jessica, so I can practice that a little bit.
There you go.
Super duper.
All right.
Yeah, as I said at the end, I think can't really complain of how everything's gone down. I think it's definitely been a bit of work, no doubt about that. Oh, my sources have gone to hell. I'm not gonna be able to change that, everyone. I'm sorry, it's all broken.
That's okay.
But no, I say I'm pretty happy. All considered, it was a good final. I think it was just nice to have. We have had finals before, once or twice, where we've gone into the final and then someone's kind of run away with it a little bit. I definitely think it's probably the closest final, which is interesting, seeing as it's Uprising, which gets accused of being a bit swingy sometimes, and
it kind of did look like a runaway game too in the beginning.
For the longest time, it looked
so much better.
Yeah, it looked for all money that Gonian was going to win. I mean, he did ultimately in the end, and probably rightly so. But it looked like it was going to be just a complete blowout. But Table found a way to keep the game going, and we had a great finish in the end. So I can't totally complain. Unless there's any last shouts from chat, any questions? Prize money is. Did I not put it in the description? I think it's in the description.
Yeah, it's in the description.
It's
It's
in the
at 200 for first prize. What is it? 75 for second, 50 for third, 25 for
I'll
fourth.
pay for a trip to the continent, you know. As I said at the start, I'll at least pay for the drinks at the bar.
There you go.
And we'll get those on. But of course, it's the the privilege he gets. The first ever online TFAC in. First ever online Uprising Champion, and most importantly of all, they get a special role in our Discord, and that's what it's all about.
That's right.
Gotta get those Discord roles, everyone. That's if you've got a special Discord role, you know you've made it. That is entirely. I don't even know what the hell I'm saying everywhere. It doesn't particularly matter, but yeah, that's like. Important thing is, I hope you guys have enjoyed the competition. I'm going to go sail into the sunset for the next few weeks. We will obviously have more content on the channel in regards to I will have a look back at the tier listing, maybe a bit of a toy review, thinking ahead of stuff, and there will of course be more competitions and whatnot as well. But we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll let you know information as it is. I will probably also do some odd streams here and there, playing probably some Dune Digital or something around. No, Guild Spy. After all of its coverage, turned up twice in the finals and didn't win either game, but it was damn close in this one.
It was. I was going to say special thanks to Josh Wag for commentating with us, and
thanks for having me. I hope I added to y'all's enjoyment.
You'll find out in the review in the Discord later.
I think so. I think it was really great to have you.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well,
enjoy your vacation, Shadow.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just having a break from doing competitions because Jesus, no. I mean, I say that, but I'm actually in a competition in about a week. Actually, I signed up. There's a competition for Dune Digital happening Monday, which I've signed up to. So I'll be live streaming that. So not a long break, but I'm just gonna have a few days just to put the feet up. It's freaking hot here as well. We're under health warnings. I know some people are, and obviously the States and whatnot. So. But yeah, it'll be nice to not have to worry about having to get groups organised, anything like that, at least for a few weeks. That'll be a relief of the mind. Anyways, have a good time, everyone. We'll see you back on the channel pretty soon. Yeah, other than that,
take care, everyone.
We'll see you all in the next conflict, kids.
See ya.